Welcome to this week's episode of SASANS and Dragons, our homebrew house rule infested game of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. I am Magnus Beasticus, your dungeon master for the evening, and as it may be obvious to you, but the losers are not here, and the winners to take up their place are here in their stead, as we are continuing the grand adventures of the Scim of Tars, now known as Orin's Obliterate in the Scim of Tars, thanks to Herchek's appearance. So,
guilty bias.
Let's introduce our characters for you. We'll start with let's start with familiar,
The familiar.
I'm not a familiar face. I'm actually Alexandria Lorian, a Calistar female ranger, level 6.
You don't have to
hunter.
convince me, you have to convince them.
Well, you're the god of this world, so just let you know you're the man in the sky. But yes, ranger, level 6, female, Calistar, last of the Lorian tribe. I'm hunting to bring their names in the legend, and that is all.
I'm a new character. Herchek.
Wow.
Ben.
Come up with that name.
Herchek
So
Ben
new.
here?
It was just so new.
Check Ben.
Level 6 Goliath Barbarian of the Storm Herald Desert.
Great. Moving on to the bottom left here. Your bottom right.
What? Hi! I'm Theragar Fertlegreen. I am a male hill dwarf, level 6. I'm on a never-ending quest to restore the tree of Yaldrasil, the tree of life. I got a branch when I was little.
Take this branch. Kick you off
I
the edge.
found it, and it told me to go find its mom and put it back in itself.
Just has like a random stick in his
That's
backpack
a
for
weird-
like 30 years.
A weird process.
Perfect age.
Hey,
for
it brought you
imaginary
back to
friends.
life, so...
It's like Plank from...
Yeah, but it didn't bring a certain other person back to life.
Well, you
We
should.
didn't need 2 clerics of life.
Yeah.
We have to let it die.
We don't need 2 clerics alive, yeah.
That's true, we don't need to.
Need somebody to do
Should have
damage.
made that wisdom saving throw after the second day.
I can't put my stick in 2 people at the same time.
48 hours passed. I am Aldane Faradun, a human cleric. My parents died when I was very young, and I vowed to never let anyone I cared for die again.
Thanks.
I roam around.
Well,
Besides whatever his name was.
Yeah,
Yeah. I wear white flowing robes, kind of like Gandalf the White, but a little more Middle Eastern styled, obviously. That's me. And I carry a scimitar, as do we all, I think.
We all have a scimitar, which is why we are the Sims of Tar.
It's weird saying it quickly like that, with the exception of Herchek. He's the only one who doesn't any longer have a
I have a
scimitar.
sim of axe.
you have a giant double-bladed scimitar?
I'm sure they have loners.
Yeah. I have like a mini one on a
Thanks for joining. Here's your scimitar, here's your robe, here's your badge.
All right, let's dive right in, shall we? When last we left, the group formerly known as the Scim of Tars, and now fully known as Orin's Obliterate in the Scim of Tars, they had successfully convinced 2 of the 4 tribes to join forces in the fight against Lord Arentius. We now come to our adventurers opposing the onrushing mammoth riders of the 3rd tribe to be convinced, the Thunder Tusks. 1 mammoth in front of 2 others. A heavily furred rider wearing a leather cap adorned with 2 mammoth tusks, displaying leadership, as you know. A vicious snarl can be seen through his thick brown beard, spear raised in one hand, the other gripping the mammoth's reins and spurring it forward. The 2 mammoth riders behind him also heavy. The 2 mammoths behind him also heavy with riders. One carrying a longbow, the other a staff. The ice crunches under each rushing step. I need you all to roll initiative.
You really like to get in with the foreplay.
There's 5 players here. Landon's meek self, their
Ooh,
guide, hiding
Put me right at the bottom with
them.
a 1.
A 1?
All right, I'm down there with you with a 6.
The first mammoth sort of like
one.
pound onto the ground in a streak of ice breaks underneath your feet up to yours, and one shard just sort of like
Wait,
slips
that's a
your foot
4.
out and under it.
So,
It's
I'm
you.
prone?
Yeah, you're prone.
Fuck you.
So when you start your turn, you will have if you get up, you'll have to use half your movement speed.
Or I can just cast a spell while I'm laying
You
down.
can cast
Yeah, that's fine.
Moonbeam
You
like
can do
this. Moonbeam.
Yeah, moonbeam everywhere.
Ah, I can see.
Like,
1 second, let me roll
These
for
clouds,
these people.
Moonbeam. There we go.
I'm gonna like tilt my head and look. Yeah, over there.
Wow.
Don't want to
Okay.
save my movement.
Wow.
mean.
You're just like,
Wow.
Moonbeam, please.
Wake up. Here, Moonbeam.
Okay, 20 to 25.
Jeez.
15 to 20.
15. I got a 15.
15.
15.
Okay.
15 for me, please. Thank you very much.
And,
I do declare I got a 15.
10 to 15. Seriously? Okay.
Well,
And then 5 to 10.
6.
6.
no, I said I got a natural 1, but I have +3, so I have 4, but 1.
The splintering ice. You happen to be right next to Theragar. Sort of breaks. Both your feet slide out from under you, and the two sort of like diagonally sloping, thick sheets of ice now sort of push you guys down as you hit each other. Both of you will have to navigate through difficult terrain and use half your movement speed to get up when it finally becomes your turn.
What type of train is this?
6 is her check. And what's your dexterity?
16.
What's your dexterity? Theragar.
13.
Okay, you Alexandria goes first. Okay, the mammoths go first. The I will say for this, they're about 45 feet away from you. The leader is first. The other two are about 60 feet, 15 feet behind the leader. The leader is going to go 40 feet and jump up and slam his large mammoth. What do mammoths have? Hooves?
Tusks.
No, they have feet.
Their feet. They don't have
Stubs.
hooves. They don't have hooves.
Stubs. Large mammoth cylindrical stubs crashing into the ice even more. I want actually all of you guys, until you spread out purposefully, to make strength saving throws.
A strength saving throw.
Or dexterity. Strength or dexterity. Whichever one
24.
you prefer. Wow.
Not wisdom? Huh, that's funny.
Not wisdom.
10.
15.
That's funny. I wonder why now.
So, you said strength or dexterity?
Yeah, either one.
Oh, okay, then I'm.
20 on natural.
Yeah, well, it's. I get
Okay, what'd you get?
+6.
I have
so
15.
Oh, +6. Damn.
using dexterity.
23.
15. Anybody who rolled lower than a 14, you
Sucks to suck.
you also fall on your feet, and you take
You fall on your feet. You're standing still.
8 points of.
Go
If you were
to be
already on the
hasty.
ground, you take 8 points. So you two take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as the ground becomes uneven, as ice sort of like gets pressed and shot up as the mammoths.
But I'm not on the
Land
ground.
on the
Why did
ground.
they
So how much damage do I take?
You will roll again. Roll one more. We'll say at disadvantage.
So I take 8?
You take full 8 if you didn't roll
17.
above 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you managed to sort of get down on all fours and sort of
I shimmy.
as though you're riding ice rapids, almost as the ice is ever shifting under you, and you sort of hold firm. You only take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
What?
I apologize. Would you roll one more time?
I rolled a 15.
Roll one more time. Because you're already on the ground, it'd be at disadvantage.
Ooh, 19.
Same thing. You only take 4 points of damage.
I get to heal
4
myself.
points of bludgeoning damage. And next up, there's another rider with a bow coming up the back. Fires 2 shots at Alexandria and Aldane.
What?
Alexandria, 21 hits your armor class.
Barely.
What's your armor class? Aldane?
17.
17.
I was looking at him like,
as
no way.
as the mammoth rider fires in between the tusks. Actually, you know what? I wrote down he had something different. He actually has
No, you already said it.
in between the tusks. This is much better. Trust me. In between the tusks, there is our hides mixed with some tied to some elasticy material. And he has this satchel
he
of rocks.
slingshots
He's just
the tusks?
pulling the leather compartment back with a thick rock. Lets it go.
I'm calling
in
Pete
your
up.
direction, Alexandria.
Dude, that's some Mad Max D&D shit.
What?
Road Warrior
Oh yeah,
D&D
it already
shit.
hits you. Doesn't hit him. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, Alexandria.
Dead.
And he takes another one and aims through the tusks at you. You just sort of like jump up before it just slams behind you, throwing shards of ice, just shotgunning behind you. The mage is actually going to...
All three of them.
Like, Jesus, what kind of
Yeah,
rolls are
roll
they?
wisdom saving
taking
throw.
him.
Well, no, you need... This is gonna...
No, this
happen.
is you're racily targeting the barbarian. Racily. 10.
Hey, try not to die this time.
11 minus 1.
11 minus 1. You lose control of your senses, and on your turn, you have to attack the person closest to you. We'll just roll a dice for it. Hey, it could be Landon.
Oh,
All right.
and it goes hand in hand with the Tom.
The leader is up once again, and his mammoth is going to raise his arms once again. He slides down the mammoth's tusk. The mammoth lifts up his head to thrust the leader in the air with his spear. The leader sort of like brings his body into the spear to control it and add more, just control and thrust as he shoots down. And the mammoth lands at the same time as the leader. Who does he go for?
Trying to sweep around one of us into the spear? Just.
Aldane,
No.
make a dexterity saving throw as the mammoth is going to land on top of you.
Say a prayer. 2.
2.
It's a good night so far.
Yeah, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
What if I didn't?
And what'd you say? What if I didn't?
What if, like, hypothetically, what if I did?
The leader lands. Actually, no, he doesn't. He aims for Landon. Fucking his spear slides right down through Landon's chest and almost down his entire midsection. His blood starts pouring through. Smacks into the ice as the tusk of the mammoth sweeps under the leader and catches him and puts him back on his
he
mammoth.
dead?
He's dead. No, he's not dead. Sorry, but he does take.
Wait. Landon, our guide.
Yeah, Landon is with you right now.
Forgot he was with us. Crap. So he's dead. All right, we have no person to protect. All right.
Yeah, Landon takes 10 points of damage. 10 points of slashing damage, as well as the leader hops back onto his mammoth. Okay. Landon is up right now.
Can he squirm free of his deathly, stab wound?
Squirm free of his deathly stab wound.
I think Daddy's a little ripe today. Must be all that sleep I'm getting.
More flavor. Just adds flavor.
I have so many choices. So many choices.
Landon's just gonna he's gonna push himself backward, crawling back away as far as he can, 15 feet, and you see this this pale green light highlight around him as he's putting his hands on his body, healing himself.
Ooh, good thing.
Next up is Aldane.
Woo!
Jesus Christ.
Heal that damage.
I may. how close am I to... Am I surrounded now by them? What's the positioning? Can you describe positioning?
You're not surrounded. The leader is right in your right in your proximity of all of you guys. You guys are all sort of clumped together. The ice has kept you in one position, and he is flanked at 15 feet by the two other mammoth
Behind
riders.
him.
Behind him. So they're roughly like 15, 20 feet away from you.
Can I run away and put these guys in between me and the leader? Is that... Like, can I take steps back and just have these guys as like a shield?
You can. The leader's gonna get a swipe at you though.
Yeah.
They're 15 feet apart.
I will first cast Cure Wounds on myself. 2d8. So 1 moment, please.
You missed.
The two that are flanking, are they like together or are they apart? So
They're
does it look
apart.
like a triangle?
Yeah, it looks like a triangle.
Okay.
Mighty Ducks.
Would you say like they're 15 feet, 30 feet?
Is it like a right triangle?
They're at most 20 feet from you.
Oh, wonderful.
Moonbeam.
Wow.
So I'm gonna stare that leader in the face, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. Yeah, something like this. Just
Are you leaving his proximity or?
Can I cast first and then leave? So if I cast it on myself, does he have an attack of opportunity?
No, he does not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take my main action, cast it, and what I get is 2d8 plus 2, so that is 8. So that's 10 points to heal me up.
Okay.
Do you get anything for being on life domain?
Well, I mean no, I don't get any of the bonuses beyond that. I have a lot of spells though. So that heals me up for 10, and then I'm gonna take my movement and get behind these guys.
Okay.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
He does get an attack of opportunity. What's your armor class?
17.
Your armor class is 17. He actually misses. As one of the tusks, you feel some of the fabric of your cloak get swept out of the way aggressively as one of the tusks tries to like ram into you.
So I gracefully go back and I just touch myself by keeping eye contact with them, curing myself.
Nicely done. The mage is going to reach his hand down on and sort of like dance his fingers across the tusk of the mammoth, and you start to see like electricity sort of like spindle its way up the length of each tusk, just as continually flowing outward, and the mammoth gets down and
Oh, man.
her check is running right after you. You can make a dexterity, because you still have your wits about you in terms of like keeping yourself alive. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I just let it hit me?
Oh, sure.
It'll
It
maybe
would be the
break it.
closest.
It'll break it.
What?
Good.
So it hits
Interesting
you?
choice.
Wait, what? What happened?
Interesting
Why would you do that?
Upon the first mammoth charging us, her check would have raged in preparation.
It hasn't been her check's turn yet, so you can't
But-
rage.
No, like them coming at us.
Yeah, you can't just insert yourself into the order.
No. Before the order even started,
Yeah.
they started charging us.
The initial charge.
Yes, but that is their reaction to you guys coming upon them. The negotiations went down, they took the first turn. You can't, if you did not say, if they rush us, I will go into a rage.
I mean, that was the start of a new episode. Who knows what I said 3 weeks ago?
Only 3
maybe,
weeks?
6
maybe
months ago.
1/3 of
What?
a baby would know
How old am I?
what happened last week. But you did not say it this time, and so you're
Veto.
not raging. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, rolled very low, but you take 7 points of lightning damage. As these two tusks just slam into you, pushing you backwards before it clears, just like sort of like throws you off to the side and continues rampaging 15 feet in the opposite direction. So now you guys are
Now we're
sandwiched
surrounded.
by them.
That ruins
Her
this
check,
and
you're
stuff.
up. You roll a wisdom saving throw.
No.
Okay. Roll a d4 for me, please.
Why wisdom?
You guys might want to do something. I'm just fucking saying.
I
you
can't.
still,
3.
I can't. I had to
Literally
not
right.
die. I was gonna do something, but I can't.
You roll to attack Theragar.
Yeah.
8 plus 5, or no, that's gonna be a 4. Yeah, 4. So 12.
Is that a
I'm a
armor
class
class?
14, bitch.
This looming
I'm on the ground and I dodged you.
axe.
Actually, sorry. It's 15.
Fuck you. God damn it.
Is
You
that
can't
your-
just
is that your
change it.
AC?
No, it's 16.
It's plus,
Oh, okay.
plus 7.
Yeah, because that's how
Eight.
this game works. You just change it.
8 plus 7 to hit.
Is it 15 or
It's 14.
Plus,
It's 14. Oh,
plus
okay.
7 to hit. So you get
Ooh, I saw that.
that's
11sies.
yeah, that's 15.
It's things are getting desperate. Let's do it.
Oh, you said 15.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
15
Yeah,
points of damage.
Add more damage to that.
Do you have 2 attacks at this point?
I do have 2 attacks at this point.
Go ahead and roll another
Mm.
d4
Hey, why is he attacking his own person?
because
He's like
he's
enraged.
one. Alexandria.
Oh, that'll be good. You're
Wait,
high.
I don't get-
Oh,
He failed a
nice.
wisdom saving throw
10.
when the sort of like the runic
Was it plus 7 to hit?
mage
did.
on top of the
That's barbarian.
on top of the mammoth sort of like reached out with his mind and took over her checks.
10.
10
Yeah.
points of damage.
No.
Or you
3
rolled 10?
3 plus 7.
Hearing the crunch of the ice as Herchek's axe slams down, slashing Theragar on the ground, it alerts you. You turn just after Herchek had been slapped to the side by this electricity coursing mammoth, and it notifies you to him acting very strange and takes the axe up, throws it in your direction, and you just barely manage to duck out of the way. Things are looking-
Bonus action. I rage. Can I rage while under this?
It's kind of the heat of battle, right? You just rage in the heat of battle.
Well, I'm under control of somebody else.
you've
I
taken
still have-
damage,
But I
too.
still have the wits about me. Well, that obviously didn't do anything since, metagaming over there. DM.
Man,
Wait, how am I medical?
I'm just kidding.
I just want to see you guys fight in real life.
Fight!
It'd be way too much kissing for me. I hate you so much, I'm going to kiss you on the mouth.
That's what I tell my significant other. I hate you.
I'm going to nibble on your earlobe, you little bitch.
Is everything okay at home?
Yeah.
Fucking like that.
Yeah. Everything's just groovy.
It's good to hear. It's good to know.
You
It's
think
groovy. She is an incredibly easier baby than my firstborn.
You can. You can.
Then I rage.
Right in the heat of battle, after getting slammed in the shoulder, after attacking 2 of your comrades, this makes you furious, and just through the natural act of getting your blood flowing and becoming more aggressive in the fight, you sort of just like bleed away all of the confusion in your mind.
Oh.
Yep. And next up is the Theragar, the mammoth rider with the slingshot definitely hits you. Aims both rocks. One pulls back. You just glance really quickly and see this rock aimed straight for you. You take where is it? Take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams right into your solar plexus. You feel a crack as you're just finding it hard to get up off the ground at this point. The second rock slams right in between your legs. The second rock slams in between your legs, and he's sort of like staying still. The mammoth is sort of walking
Guys, can't we
back
talk
and forth.
about this?
Alexandria, you are up. And then Thurgar, you're on deck afterwards.
I don't believe you.
Another round of mammoths.
So how far is the leader's mammoth from me? Does the leader's mammoth has the mage
Is
on the
right.
back of it?
Is the what?
The leader's mammoth has the mage on the back of it, or is that on a different mammoth?
No, that's on the mammoth that's now behind you, closest to Herchek and Landon. The mage is the one that ran past with the electrified tusks.
Yeah. Okay.
The archer is behind the leader, just like pacing back and forth, firing boulders, and the leader is right up in all of you guys.
How far away is the archer from me?
The archer is like 20 feet at most.
20 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Okay, what does that do?
It says you move like the wind until the spell ends. Your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay.
It says once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. The attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage on a hit. Whether you hit or miss, your walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of that turn.
Okay, wow, nice. And that's a bonus action or a full action?
One bonus action to cast.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
So I cast that, and then I'm gonna go after the archer, I guess, on the
Grasp the earth.
thing behind him. 'Cause he's 25 feet away, so I'm just gonna
What's your natural movement speed?
30.
Okay,
get
so
plus 30, so I
then
get
you have
60.
it goes down to 15 and then it goes down to 45. You can definitely make it as you just sort of like as you cast it on yourself, the snow particles shoot and hang in the air around your body as you just run through them. Some of them touching and melting across your face as you go in between the leader mammoth's legs, and you are going to attack the mammoth or the rider.
The rider, like the archer guy on top.
Roll an acrobatics check for me. Or athletics, whichever one.
I'll do acrobatic. I get both. They're both the same, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. That's 9.
For the check?
Yeah.
Running up the tusk of the mammoth, your foot
Wait,
slips, and you
what?
have just enough time to attack the mammoth instead of the rider. On your way down with your blades out, you can have an opportunity to attack the mammoth, but the rider is just too far up,
Right.
unless you wanted to do a distance. But you already failed your acrobatics check.
Well, I guess I'll just attack the mammoth
Keep
twice
them into
then.
the wall.
Okay, go for it. What are your attacks? Thurgar.
What
You're
do I
up.
roll for? Do I just
Normal attack. Normal.
roll? 2 attacks. Wow.
I
so that is
cast-
a
Jesus. No, not
6 and a 16 and a 1.
As you slip and fall, you try and take this opportunity to slice down on your way down to get the mammoth as well. But the mammoth uses the mass of its head to just push you aside, catching you off guard and slamming into your chest and throwing you 5 feet away from the mammoth on the left side of the mammoth's bulk. Unfortunately,
16 doesn't hit at all.
oh wait, you have you got a 16?
And a 1. Yeah, I have 2 attacks.
Oh, and you also attack at advantage, one of them.
Oh, I guess. That's
So then,
true, yeah.
yes, one does, and then your other attack is not at advantage. So yes, one hits, the other you can roll now
Oh.
for the second attack.
Is that
19.
so plus 6? 12 plus 6?
Yeah, 19.
So I guess it's 19 for the second one then?
Both hit.
That's 12.
Yeah, that's 12 plus 6. That's 18, never mind.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, both. This is a big meaty mammoth. It's super. It's really easy to sink your blades into.
Avert's dick.
A D8.
A good portion
And I'm
of it.
also, so since I hit him with an attack at first, and then I hit him again, but this I have a feature called Colossal Slayer. So when I hit a creature with a weapon attack, and if it's missing any of its health, then it gets 1d8 extra damage. So would that count for the second attack? since it's missing health, since I hit it.
Yeah,
That'd be
sure.
too-
Yeah. As one blade inserts itself super quickly with this coursing of wind across it, the other blade, seeing the open gash, just sticks it right into the same wound and rips it open, tearing the skin apart with both of your blades as opposed to slicing. Roll full damage. Tell me what it is.
Plus. What is this?
Ooh, what is this?
13 plus. It's 28 points of damage.
Ooh, wow.
28 points of damage. One of his I forget. It's the mammoth. So yeah, you're just carving into this mammoth, just catching yourself with the blades inside of its skin on the side of its face, just carving down the length as you sort of like loop around its its front left. What do you call mammoth feet? There's got to be a word for it.
Oh, you like stumps.
Stumps.
Leg.
Front left leg stump, and then slide, feet catching the ice and sliding off as you.
Can I run back to the group?
You
Since I have
can
60 feet
you
of
would
movement?
you remember getting up, which you did not do until just now. Took half of your movement. So you did. So you had 45 feet.
I ran 25 feet to him, so can I run 20 feet back?
Yeah, you can.
So
So you make it like just up to the side of the next mammoth as you like slide off, continue with the momentum, sliding on your feet, finding purchase, and then dashing straight back to your party. Thurgar, you're up.
Woo!
Which mammoth did he attack?
The archer, far in front of you, past the leader.
That's a lot of damage.
oh shit!
It's like the most damage you've ever done.
It's a hunter. It's not. It's actually an attack ranger. Like,
I can't do that then.
well, the other rangers are attack as well.
Do
it. Do that thing.
I can't do that thing. Someone's gonna get hurt. And then the
Worth.
the boss is close to us, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the minstrel is right next to the mage, right?
The mage is behind you guys. 15 feet behind you.
With the minstrel or with the bard.
Yes. Close to Landon.
All right. Well, I'm gonna moonbeam the boss.
Oh.
The boss.
Yeah, he looks like he wants one.
Okay, go for it.
Thurgar lining up his signature moonbeam.
That's just 3d10.
That's just 3D10.
That's just 3d10. Where are my d10s? Hold
What do they roll?
on. Constitution saving throw.
What do they have to beat? What's your DC?
What is my DC? Where's my DC field?
Should be the little shield. Oh, your DC, and so like when you click on spells, there should be it says modifier, spell attack, and save DC at the very top of it. Underneath equipment.
Oh,
features and
16.
16 fails. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, and that is 3d10. Where's my other d10s? Two and 3. Oh, come on, big money. We have 6, 6, and 4, 16.
16 points of damage.
Yes.
I need to roll for the mammoth as well. Your lights up. Your moonbeam shines from the
heavens.
almost like skyless sky, where it's just covered with this perpetual veil of gray clouds. This white light appears down like a beacon and slams into them, sort of like lighting them both up. The mammoth reels its head back in pain. They both take a full 16, you said?
Yeah. I actually get up, and then do I have a bonus action?
You do have a bonus
Can I
action.
use a cantrip in the bonus action?
Only if it says that you can. So I would go to your bonus actions section, and it'll tell you all the bonus actions that you can do and all the spells that you can do as bonus actions.
Where's the bonus actions section?
Under actions, and then
Actions. There's actions in combat. Bonus action. Oh, I can, but just not that cantrip. Is that right? I see 2 of my cantrips, but not the third one that I was going to actually use. So.
Then you can, unfortunately.
Okay, I just get up then. And take a defensive stance.
Okay, still on the ground, throwing your hand up to the sky to call this moonbeam down on them. As you're focusing, keeping eye contact, you slowly bring yourself up, making sure not to miss a beat from the leader. I apologize. What was
Just
your
like
bonus
that.
action?
To stand up.
Just standing up? Okay.
Oh, it
So
was
you
going to
move-
be
you
to
move-
cast a cantrip, but
Okay.
I'm not allowed to cast the one I want.
All right. The leader is he's still looking at you, Aldane, as you were just like insulting him, sort of rubbing your body. He doesn't quite understand it. He doesn't get it. He holds his javelin up and lightning courses through it just by activating it through this sort of like bangle that he's wearing. It shoots the lightning into the spear, throws it at you, and impacts into the ground, sending electric sparks coursing everywhere.
Okay.
Roll a dexterity saving throw. He missed, but the
Like residual.
nature of this attack, as well as the fact that you're on top of an icy H2O based surface.
whoa.
What'd you roll?
8.
8. You take 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay, it's not
just
bad.
as residual lightning damage, as this
Fair.
javelin embeds itself into the ground, landing right in front of you, and you can see the last strands of electricity leaving and entering into the glacier that you're on.
Okay.
Landon is up by the
Oh, he's still hanging from the spears.
by the man. He's not hanging from.
Oh, I thought you like stabbed him in the spear and like held him. Was like
No.
Okay, that was a
Landon
horrible
is
scene.
going to continue to back up and run away, and the mammoth is going to get an attack of opportunity. Fucks Landon up. Taking,
He's not doing too well. He ain't doing too well.
hitting him off of his feet and sliding him back down onto the ground as Landon turns up, and he. Man, I didn't think of anything for vicious mockery, but essentially he just goes, "That wasn't anything!" Oh, it was an Irish accent. "That wasn't anything!" And then he vomits blood immediately. And so wisdom saving throw. It fails, it has disadvantage, and it takes 1 point of psychic damage.
Calm it down.
1 point of psychic damage. Aldane, you're up.
I am going to cast Beacon of Hope on my party. The spell bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range. Range is 30. I assume my whole party's within 30.
Your whole party is?
For the duration, each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws
Oh.
and death saving throws and regains maximum HP from any possible healing. So we don't get any more of that twisty-turny mind control-y
Yeah,
business.
definitely don't want me killing everybody.
So does that mean I get double advantage on wisdom saving throws?
I was going to say the same for me too.
No, you don't. No double advantage.
Oh.
So I pull my scimitar up to my face, cast it on my party, raise it up high, let that blessing go everywhere.
The light of the
Blessings on
scimitar.
blessings.
He
Light
just
of the
shot his blessing all
scimitars.
over us.
Shot. And then for my D&D Beyond says...
Sims be praised.
Sims be praised. That is actually what I say. Says for a bonus action, I can cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, go for it.
Cool. I will Throughout this whole time, I have not broken eye contact with the leader. So,
How does this beacon manifest?
so manifest, I pull up my scimitar kind of to my face, kind of saying like a prayer, right thing. Then hold it up, and then it kind of shoots out this like coruscating light dome out, kind of like it's a canopy, but then beams go directly to the party members. So it's like canopying out,
Sure.
and then and then just like little kind of like lightning, but like coruscating lightning-ish beams.
It's this this fully fleshed out corporeal dome made out of white transparent light that shines as it leaves the sword or the scimitar. He brings the scimitar down, and the beam still stays perpetual as you see, almost like the electric sphere that's in all of like the Spencers and the other things, where it touches your finger as you put it on the outside perimeter of the sphere. These tendrils of light are filling you with this energizing and warm energy and light. Okay, and then you are doing spiritual weapon. How does that manifest? It can be whatever you want.
It's obviously going to be a scimitar.
As another scimitar, larger or regular? Same scimitar.
A larger scimitar, kind of gold, like bedazzled, encrusted, mainly light, but like it's like a light thing, but you can see like outlines of gemstones in the handle and thing.
It makes you wonder, maybe that's the scimitar that he really wants. And it makes anybody else wielding a scimitar at this point kind of jealous that theirs does not look.
It's the most beautiful scimitar.
He can just make one with his mind
in the
I
land.
kind of just put my scimitars behind my back for a minute, just hiding them from everybody in shame.
So I do it with style and pull up my real scimitar and do this and fling it, and from my real scimitar, the ethereal scimitar.
That's dope. Is it sort of like
yeah,
and holds its place?
and holds its place right in front of the leader. And I think I can attack with it, right?
You can't. You can only bring it out, and you can use your bonus action next time as the blade stops mere feet in front of the leader's head as he's continuing eye contact with you, and he crunches down his.
I crack a little smile.
His
just
missing and worse for wear teeth.
Just the slightest of smiles off the corner of my mouth.
Well done. Okay, the next is the mage on the mammoth behind you guys. He is rushing at you once more. Her check. Roll a strength or dexterity, whichever one you prefer.
Obviously, it's going to be a wisdom.
You can only pull your sword out.
If it's wisdom.
Strength, and it's going to be a fuck ton.
Okay. You take half damage from
Half on top of half?
half on top of half.
Because I'm raging.
Wow, classic.
Bludgeon.
No, well, not of the electric damage.
I'm not resistant to it. If it was fire, I would be.
I saw.
If that was primary hurt check.
Not
You
gonna
take
do it.
7 reduced to 3 points of bludgeoning damage,
No way.
and you take 7 points of lightning damage as well.
Youch.
Next up is her check. You're up.
Is that mage near me?
The mage runs 15 feet back and now sort of meets with you succeeded, so I'll say you can get an attack of opportunity as it pushes you out of the way again. It overpowers you. You manage to sort of like put both of your forearms in front of it and meet its tusks as it smashes its way through you, but the energy still manages to course across your skin.
7 points on that attack of opportunity.
7 points. Ooh, that's a presumptuous roll there.
You said attack of opportunity, so I rolled a 15, which is fuck ton. I don't understand.
Okay, and then though I'm saying the fact you're just like, it hits, here's the damage.
I'm assuming anything over 20 would hit. All right, my turn. So then the captain's still next to me then?
Yes.
And his mammoth? He's not on his mammoth.
Oh,
is
he
The
is.
captain is on his mammoth.
He's on his mammoth.
They're
And I'm
beam.
going to attack one of the legs of the mammoth,
Mighty leg.
trying to chop it
Okay,
off.
go for it.
I will recklessly attack it. Natural 19 for the first one.
Hits.
And 19 for the second one.
Hits.
Nice.
Nice. Sure. There's so many characters in One Piece that have some kind of weird speech impediment like that. It's ridiculous.
Like, what? Wow.
It's ridiculous.
27 points of damage.
Ooda lally.
Total.
24 for my axe, and 3 points for fire damage.
Okay, nice. 3 points of fire damage.
Going all towards that leg.
I'm sorry, you said 24 total or 27?
27 total.
27.
My axe kind of like is a flame.
You hack into the just like the core meat of one of the legs and just carve a portion off, just like cleanly, like sashimi or something like that. Just like
Oh my
as
sounds
it
delicious.
and steams, the blood pools onto the ice and steams up as you cleave another portion off the fire. Assisting with the carving of the meat and the searing of the flesh. Okay, next up is the guy with 2 boulders, and he is actually going to he's gonna pull it back. See, just for shits and gigs, at you, Herchek, seeing how much damage you did to the leader, and he's actually going to look at the mage, and he's gonna put the rock down. And just like nod to the mage, and he's gonna take his mammoth, and just like turn it around, go back 15 feet, carve around one more time, and the mage is going to hold his is gonna start to move in the opposite direction from him as well. So the bow mammoth went even farther away from you guys, farther away from the leader. The mage is going back in the direction of the leader, keeping a perimeter around you guys. Next up is Alexandria.
So wait, how far is the bowman from me now?
The bowman is about 35, 40 feet.
35, 40 feet from me? So he moved further away from me and even further?
Yes.
I guess, who's closest to me then?
Closest to you is the leader.
That's it? It's later?
Yeah, because you stopped your turn like right by the leader. Theragar, you're next.
Could I... How far away is he from me? Is he 60 feet? Or?
The leader is well within 60 feet. The leader's within about 10 feet of you, 10, 15 feet.
Alright, so he must make a wisdom saving throw of 14.
Fails.
So he takes 2d. Well, is he missing any health already?
Yes.
So it takes 2d12 necrotic damage.
Go ahead and roll.
Where's d12? This thing? That's d12. 1.
Oh, that's no good.
So 9 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Just enough as what are you attacking him with?
Oh, it's a spell. It's called Toll of the Dead.
Oh, okay.
It's like a giant bell rings
you
out or
see
whatever.
black sickening effects sort of like flare out of the beam of white light shooting down from the sky. Theragar, speaking of which, you're next.
I'm going to continue concentrating on Moonbeam, but as I notice the 2 others repositioning themselves, I actually ready a spell on standby in case I need to stop my Moonbeam and take care of something else. Do I need to tell you what spell I'm readying?
Yes.
I'm readying Dispel Magic.
Okay.
In case the mage tries to either heal the leader
Okay.
or cast like an AoE.
Okay.
Do I have to choose either, or I mean Dispel Magic?
You can just say like you're
I have my eye on the
holding,
mage.
Yeah. So you at this point you can. Oh, I see. So you're using your turn to maintain concentration, so you can't. You can't hold a reaction unless you decide to stop Moonbeam.
Okay. I will keep my Moonbeam and just do the damage.
They failed both their wisdom saving throws, the mammoth and
Of
the
course
leader.
they did. They're children. The children.
If only they were that easy.
If only I'd gotten that lamp. Is that 9?
It could be.
Is this 9 or 6?
9.
Sweet. No. Then I got a 1. 15. 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Okay. How do you want to do this?
They just disintegrate.
Fate is in your hands.
They actually, if there's any part of the mammoth that is outside of the moonbeam, it disintegrates everything. So the corpse is just, there's like a hole in the middle.
Like the legs just.
It's just like
There's like
any part of the mammoth that's like outside of the beam is alive.
There's like a crucial point of breakdown that both bodies meet while continuing to take the onslaught of energy, just pushing its way inside of their bodies before they're just like that single perfect strand is ripped from their soul, and they just turn into a fiery nothing. As particles sort of float into the air and out, getting singed by the moonbeam.
They have rejoined the dust from which they came.
Oh, was that just the captain's mammoth?
That was the
Captain and the
leader.
mammoth.
And the mammoth, yeah.
Well done.
Okay, next up
Any
is
gold is not harmed by the moonbeam.
you have your bonus action and your movement.
Ooh, bonus action. I just turn my attention toward the mage in anticipation of moving the moonbeam on my next turn.
Okay.
So what does the battlefield look like now?
The battlefield looks like
I feel like we're
We're
huddled.
like, yeah, we're huddled, and then we have like to the left
Archer.
and the right.
To the left and the right. One guy's the archer, the other guy's the mage, the leader's dead.
I'd say you and Landon are the only ones that are not huddled. Landon, yeah, it was like Lando. You and Landon are the only ones that are like to the back a little bit, and the mage mammoth is sort of like circling and about to meet you guys. Landon is you sort of see the mage coming up to you. You're taking in your surroundings, seeing where your comrades are, and you look down to where Landon was, and there's just a blood spot. He's gone.
Motherfucker.
You see steps. Okay, next up is you. You're up.
So, what am I going to do? I am going to... I feel like no one's taken enough damage yet to do anything crazy.
Oh, I've taken quite a bit of damage. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I feel like her check's getting there too.
I am
Damage?
going to
Alright.
cast...
Others are probably more in need to be.
I want to use Channel Divinity, but I don't know how that works since it's not technically a spell. It's an action.
Isn't it mainly for undead?
You have
No,
to-
if you do...
Hmm?
Not
Yeah,
for light
half
domain,
health.
it's preserve life, so
39.
it just
I'm at half.
cures anyone within 30 feet of me
I'm a little bit above half.
up to half life with 30 points of healing.
I'm 1% above half.
Okay, yeah, go for it if that's what you're doing this turn.
I'm gonna do that as my main action. I'm gonna so I will cast Channel Divinity, preserve life, to my party members. So what that does is heals. I have a pool of 30 points of healing that gets distributed. That's what it says amongst the party characters of my choice,
Mm-hmm.
and heals you up to half of full HP.
Up to half.
So if I'm at half, I get full.
No, if you're below half, it'll heal you up to half.
But if you're above half, you don't get anything.
If you're above half, you don't get anything.
I don't get anything.
Doesn't it stack with your previous ability? Wasn't your previous ability if we become the target of a healing spell, it just takes us to full?
Yeah, but it's only a pool of 30 points. It's a pool of 30 healing points for the whole spell. So it pretty much goes up to everyone and heals them up to half of their full HP if they're below half.
I
Okay.
think you should probably save that.
You should say that.
I'll save that one.
Okay.
No, like
So
you
what are you
probably
doing?
should have saved that one.
You can hold it until you feel necessary, or you can
I'll
do
hold it
nothing.
until I feel necessary because my
Wonderful.
party doesn't look that damaged.
I'm
I will-
like right at half.
I will I will bless my party. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, they can add a d4 to the attack roll or saving throw.
All right.
Is that to the whole party?
Whole party. So I cast bless on my whole party as my main action.
God, those blessings.
Bless up to 3 creatures, so that happens. And for my bonus action, can I move the spiritual weapon?
You can move and attack with it.
I'll move it to the mage and
Okay.
attack the mage.
Go for it. Roll to attack.
Rolling to attack.
Herchek, you're up after the mammoth.
Oof, wow. 3.
I just picture
3 points of damage. You rolled a 3, or you?
I rolled a 3. I roll to attack, right? You have to roll a d2.
Yeah, you do. So yeah, it isn't quite thick enough to penetrate the hide of the mammoth. I think you're dealing with the disappointment of the leader being.
I wanted that kill.
Yeah.
How are you controlling the scimitar? Because I'm just picturing you like swinging your sword actually, and the scimitar moving like.
No,
you're
yes.
just like
Okay. Next up, the mage's mammoth is going to turn around and angle his mammoth right into the epicenter of the group of you three, Aldane, Theragar, and Herchek. He's going to put both hands down onto the tusks as you see this welling of the electrical energy as more surges into the tusks, and the energy from tip to tip of the tusks start to collide into one another and create this ball. And he nods over to the bow mammoth, who starts to both mammoths are charging directly at each other, with the epicenter being you three. As they right before they attack, the mammoths nod their head down and slam their tusks into one another as the ball of electric energy detonates. I want you three to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Could you
Dexterity.
Could you just spell magic? You held the spell to
No,
spell
he
magic.
didn't.
Oh,
He didn't because he was
Concentrating.
concentrating. Yeah.
Remember, you
Didn't
can
one of them have
you
to
can
run
add
through
a
the
d4.
Oh, I'm sorry. Aldane, you are not in that blast. Alexandria,
That's what it makes
you
sense.
are in that blast. Aldane,
Yeah.
you are outside of it. I'm sorry.
Don't forget to add a
Because
d4
you were
to your
by the
saving
leader.
throw.
Yeah.
Didn't they have to run through
I
the
thought I
moonbeam?
was 45 feet away from the leader. You said I was 20 feet away, then he moved away from me. So I'm still back there. Then I just shot a 60-foot spell at him.
No, the leader never moved away from you. I never said that. The
Archer.
archer moved away from you,
the
and you
archer,
attacked the
right.
leader. So you're still in the epicenter.
16.
What'd you get?
Make a what?
Add a
What'd
d4.
you get? Dexterity saving throw.
10
Add a d4.
plus.
You have to
Natural
throw a
20.
d4.
I have to roll a d4? Okay.
You have to beat a 16.
Natural 26.
Natural 20?
A natural 26, huh?
20 plus 6, yeah.
Yeah, we're rolling 26-sided
great.
dice over here.
Wait, that's not a d4. Is that
It's
d4?
a natural
That's a
20
D4?
with 6. So it's natural 26.
8.
No, it's not. It's a natural 20 plus. It's not a
You
natural
get caught.
26.
You get caught by the entirety of this collision as the ice from the impact jolting up from the base of the glacier slams into your side, and the electric energy washes over you, gritting your teeth, feeling it bouncing back and forth in your mouth and through your bones. You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage, and you take 12 points of lightning damage.
I'm out.
Ooh.
As a corpse flies from the center of this slam. Alexandria, on the other hand, jumps up and spins as a piece of ice shard rockets up from where she was standing, missing it entirely, grabbing both of her blades, catching the electric energy, and reorienting it and throwing the electric energy away as she stands or lands on the upheaved piece of glacier, perfectly unharmed, sliding down to the base of the break. Her check, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of lightning damage.
Was that reduced?
Yes, that is already reduced.
That
is already reduced.
What
Steam, the lightning was 6.
Okay.
Steam sort of drifting off of the center of this crash. Next up is her check.
Do I make a death save on my next turn?
On your next turn, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going for the mage.
Okay.
Recklessly.
The mage or the mage's mammoth?
The mage.
Okay, roll.
How high is the mage? How high are these mammoths?
It's either going to they're like 12 feet is where you would have to. So I would roll an athletics or acrobatics check.
Let's go. Acrobat. No,
You want
athletics. We'll
athletics.
go athletics. 19.
Woo!
19. Okay.
Yes!
Yeah. You just run, kick off the calf of the mammoth, grab one patch of hair, and throw yourself up.
16 to the hit?
16 just hits. I'm sorry, the mage, 16 definitely hits.
Yeah. Duh. And then 17.
17 points of damage?
17, yeah,
No.
hits.
No, not damage. Not yet. Damage is now.
That was 2 attacks.
2 attacks. Oof. 14, 15, 16, 17 for the first one.
Points of damage?
Yeah. 11.
What are you using for your...
Axe.
What's your additional... your strength.
Strength plus rage.
Okay, yeah, sure, 17.
And then
Bitch.
9 points of damage again, and then an additional 3 points.
What?
Damn.
That's your second
3
attack?
points of... so 12 in addition to the 17.
Yes.
Uh...
And there's 3 on for fire.
So yeah, you jump up with one arm sweep coming down, insert it in between his neck and shoulder blade, and you see his eyes just like get dazed, and he doesn't know what to do through all of the pain. He grits his teeth, looks up at you, and you just take it, use your second attack, and sever him. As just like a T2 alien, his body starts to, or T2 Terminator, his body starts to like wobble back and forth as he gives you this look, and his stare continues up towards the sky and rolls to the back of his head, and he slides off.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then I sit down on the mammoth. I am the mammoth rider now.
I am the mammoth rider now.
I am the mammoth.
The mammoth is not. It's not his turn, so never mind. Okay,
Trying to buck me off?
the bow mammoth. You see this rock looking right at you, and like above the line of the rock, you see his eyes, angry and wild and sad at the same time from seeing exactly what happened to his buddy, and he just lets it go.
Misses.
It does miss, as you just use
See?
you use
Called
the
it.
heft of your axe and just shatter it before it gets to you.
Damn.
Jeez,
I gotta get some of
The
You don't see any of that. You're dead.
I know.
the mammoth now is
Spirit.
going to attack your mammoth.
Oh.
Yeah, because there's no like. Actually, no, it's gonna fire another shot at you.
I was gonna say, do I need to make a strength saving throw to stay on the mammoth?
At this point, he fires a second shot. You do the same exact thing. Shatter both as rocks fly. Smaller rocks stream across and behind you, and he is less demoralized than you think. Just like the wild tribal nature of these folks means that he is possibly too stupid to give up at this point, and so he's just in a crazy passionate rage. You're up, Alex.
Uh,
Theragar, you're following.
so where's Theragar from me actually?
Dead.
Over how far away is he from me?
I would say he flew back from the blast. He's 15 feet.
15 feet from me.
Yeah.
So I guess I want to walk over there and I'm going to do cure wounds on him. Just
You can't cure wounds on a dead person.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh. That brings him back to life?
Yeah.
Oh.
so I
Any
guess
any
I'll-
healing thing, like a potion, it doesn't.
Don't I have to
he's
save
if
it?
he's
Do a death throw save first?
no, if you are dead,
You don't have to roll it.
he has to roll the.
Because I can't.
Really?
Speaking of hope, you get he gets maximum.
Sick. Awesome.
so
yeah.
I guess.
What?
I guess
So I
he
get
gets,
all
he gets,
my
he gets 11
HP?
points of health. I guess.
Yeah. You get, no, not all of yours, but the most that the spell can do.
Yeah, so you get
11?
Yeah.
11 points of healing back as you.
There it is.
Your body hurts.
Like
your
Gandalf.
mind is rolling.
Wait,
he
so
goes-
any healing will bring someone back to life?
Yeah. No. If they have not failed 3 death saves and died, yes. In between in their death save state, any healing will bring them back at least to 1 hit point.
Mm-hmm.
When they're dead, you know, resurrections.
Yeah.
And then
Or a tree branch from the tree of life.
Or Phoenix down.
I guess
Phoenix down.
As my bonus action, I'm
Phoenix
going
Pinion.
to cast Zephyr Strike
Phoenix
on myself
branch.
again.
It's my Phoenix.
Okay.
Dick.
And I'm gonna,
Phoenix.
Post
Right.
it in
my
you.
next
It
attack.
rises from
Phoenix
the
down.
ashes.
Okay. Theragar, you come back to life. Mind rolling, racing. It takes you a few split seconds to reconfigure yourself back in the scene in front of you.
Fuck this guy. Is
Your
anyone?
moonbeam is gone.
Yeah. Is anyone near that bastard right now?
Her check is.
Fuck.
I'm like 5-10 feet away. I'm on a mammoth.
I'm on a
You can
mammoth.
anything that is an area of effect. You can control the
Yeah, I'm gonna
point of
put
impact.
the actual point of origin. If he's 10 feet away,
I'm like 5-ish.
5 feet
Yeah,
away.
yeah, he's like 5
Five-ish.
feet
Let's see
away.
what
I would.
this is.
Yeah.
I put the point of origin of erupting Earth 15 feet away to only encompass.
So it's like the hind feet
Yeah.
of the.
Well, it
the
should
bowman's
encompass
mammoth.
all of him, but just be out of range of him.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying the epicenter is most likely the hind feet of the bowman or the slingshot mammoth.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sort
And
of spreads out from the
He
hind
needs,
feet.
he needs a dex save throw of 6. I think mine's 16, right? Yeah.
Fails.
Fails, and then he takes 3d12.
Wow. Level 6. It got some moves.
3d12.
Ooh, let's see a 12
Oh,
over
two
there.
10s and a 12.
Oh, get shit
Wow.
on.
33 points.
32.
Jeez.
Sorry, 32 points.
Damn.
What is this?
Quick
Erupting
maths.
Earth? Oof.
Yeah, I wanted to use it on all of them.
Oh man. So the rider is
And then the ground is difficult terrain now.
the rider is unaffected as of right now. The mammoth, however, when the earth gets pushed up, and you can see a mixture of thick ice shards and like pieces of
Stones.
rock and stone
Granite.
erupting from this. It's almost like the stone is breaking up from the rock or from the ice, and you hear a crack that's not stone, it's not ice, but it's bone as the legs from the mammoth buckle behind it, and then the front legs buckle as well, and all of the jutting earth and ice is almost just like pounding this mammoth to death on its way down as you have obliterated it. The 32 points of damage definitely exceeded because it was already bleeding a huge portion across its face from Alexandria. This mammoth just gets bludgeoned to death on its way down to sleep into the earth, and the rider
eat
is
that
like
mammoth.
holding. He's got one of the rocks still prepared, but he's just like down, legs, heels digging into the fur, trying to stay on, and the rider just like when it's all done is up and dazed and wondering what to do. He's like looking for targets for the final slingshot, which still works on the corpse of a corpse of a mammoth.
How far is he from me?
About 15, 20 feet.
15 feet. Can I sprint to basically out of. I assume his line of fire is basically a cone.
Yes, you only have, what's your movement speed naturally? Because you have to get up from being prone from.
From being dead.
Yeah, so you have 15 feet. I would say you can, if you use all of your 15 feet, if it's 30 that you have, you can clear it.
Where is my? Oh, it's 25 feet.
Run to me.
Running to you would be more in the range, or more in its range.
That's what I'm whispering.
He's not a good shot.
I do my
We've
best to
known this.
leave the cone, but if I don't make it, that's fine.
We have systemic evidence that he's not a good shot. So the safest place to be is in front of him.
Just hit
Okay,
it with
so
your
with
axe. It's easy as that.
The two opponents left
Shillelagh.
are the mammoth underneath her check and the bowman on top of the dead mammoth. You feel surprisingly warm hands sort of like touch your shoulder as more healing is pumped into you.
Ooh.
You take 10 points of healing from Landon. As
10 points of healing
he
damage.
says 10 points of healing damage.
Well, there he is.
He goes,
Son's a bitch.
"Oh, things are starting to get a bit more easy to deal with around here, wouldn't you say?"
Does he get a +4 from his little?
No, that's
No.
that's only a saving throw or an attack roll.
Yeah. So all of the healing that he could was pumped into you.
Wonderful.
And then, Aldane, you're up.
Is Theragar within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
I'm gonna run over to Theragar
Ooh.
and I'm
Love
going to
this.
touch him
Mm.
inappropriately and heal him for
My nuts.
26 points
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
of healing.
I am up there,
But
bros.
that's my bonus and my action, right? Going to Theragar and healing him.
What was your bonus? You still have your scimitar, your spiritual weapon.
Running to him doesn't.
No. So you have in a turn you have 3 things:
All right.
movement,
Bonus.
action, bonus action,
Right.
Dude, while you're healing me, use your scimitar and just cut his sling.
or creative ways to combine all 3 of those.
Creative ways.
Cut the
But
sling.
you already healed and you already used your movement. You
Yeah.
have bonus action.
So
Which
I'll animate it. While I'm touching him, I'll move the scimitar over and try to attack the slinged weapon, the tusks, and try to just like cleave off the tusk.
Roll to attack.
That is a D20.
Yes.
Where do my D20 go? There it is.
Oh,
So 1.
No.
So 1.
It's a 1.
Yeah.
The guy sees the weapon come over really quickly and like lets go in a surprise, and it flies over, and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. As like in this shock, he just like lets go after like seeing the arm directing it. Quickly moves and lets go in this. Oh shit, that's who it is! And yeah, the rock flies into you, hitting your shoulder, sending you 5 feet backwards onto the ground.
bad idea. Or good idea executed poorly.
Okay, make a strength saving throw.
Don't worry, I got you.
Oof, natural 1 and wait.
Wait.
Why'd I roll at advantage? We'll just take the natural 1.
You add a D4 to your.
Wait. Hold on. I guess the strength saving throws both advantage when I'm raging.
What did you just say?
That's why I rolled.
Yes.
I figured out in my brain. A lot.
A lot, you say?
15 plus 9.
Yeah. So
I don't need
the
it.
the mammoth jumps up on both of its hind feet and shakes its upper body as it hangs in the air for a second, trying to get you off before it takes the opportunity to slam down on its hands. Actually, getting
hands.
on its feet, hands.
That's feet
on its
hands.
Mammoth feet. Who knew they'd be so confusing to
You
deal
can put
with?
4. You can put say like 4 legs or hind legs.
4 legs.
Well, I said hind legs, but it's 4 legs.
4 legs is the front.
Yeah. And the slingshot guy actually gets rocked back and forth and hits his head into one of the tusks, and he takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Next up, her check.
I want to leap off of this mammoth onto the other mammoth.
Okay, go for it. Make acrobatics.
You mean the corpse?
14.
Yeah, you just barely managed to on the corpse of the large, thick-hide mammoth stabilize your feet on the shifting portions of skin and fur, and land right in between the tusks, staring down, 1 foot sort of farther up on the cranium of the mammoth, looking directly at. You still have your action and bonus action.
I want to chop this dude's arm off.
Okay,
That's
go for it.
that's
I mean, if you
graphic.
specifically want to chop his arm
Yeah,
off.
higher DC.
Yeah.
Recklessly.
Yeah, I don't care about no higher DC.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. It's natural 17 plus a lot.
That's a lot.
Plus a lot. Plus 7.
His DC doubles when you want to chop off an arm, so it's 36 right now.
It's 36.
I'm just kidding.
And 18.
18 points of damage?
No, like 18 to hit. So second attack.
Oh, both hit. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to chop off his arm. I'll go with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points for the first one.
Okay.
Oof. A lot higher than the second one. 14, 15, 16 points of damage.
15 for the first, 16 for the second.
And then an additional 3 for fire damage.
His fate is in your hands.
I don't want to kill him.
Okay.
I want to chop off his arm and then reverse the handle of the axe and then knock him out.
Well, I mean, he's gonna bleed to death in a moment.
That's fine.
I'll fix him up.
There we go.
Slice off his arm, grab the wound to stop it from bleeding, bring up your hand, roll it all the way across your opposite shoulder, and just knock him out with your elbow as you pull him forward with the other hand.
Give him the people's elbow.
Yeah, you know,
Nice.
you have tourniquet. What is it called?
Tourniquet.
You made a tourniquet with your hand, just wrapping around
Jeez.
his.
You're
Yeah.
just squeezing the skin remaining and just pulling it.
Wow.
And I'm sitting
I
there like,
never thought of doing that as a tourniquet.
You
Jesus
should just
Christ.
close it himself, like that dude from Hunter x Hunter.
Oh,
Netero?
Netero just slaps
He
his
just
leg.
is like, ah,
Oh, jeez.
I'm good.
Think losing a limb will stop me? King of the ants.
Okay. And with that, combat comes to a close.
Not the other mammoth.
There is one more mammoth that you guys can do with as you please, as it's sort of at a loss. It looks down. It uses its tusks to move the deceased mammoth in front of it. Looks towards the flesh pieces around the diameter of destruction from the moonbeam at its other comrade.
And I try to comfort it and like, oh, it's okay.
Roll an animal handling check. Who here took the antlers from the leader, Ibuka?
the antlers.
Yeah, it was like the
It's 11. An 11.
he wore an antler headdress made out of, I say antlers, but it's just made out of long tusks, similar to like Loki's from the comics headdress.
He probably took it.
The antlers? I didn't take any antlers.
Took a helmet from somebody.
Nope.
Great. So nobody.
Okay. What are you guys doing with the mammoth?
Oh, I tried to make friends with it, but
Sorry.
I got an 11.
Oh, you got an 11.
I
Was this from the
start
last
to
time?
carve up one of the dead ones because I'm hungry and I want to eat it.
Okay.
Make a nice fur coat.
I'll go over to the guy he knocked out, patch him up properly,
Is this Chrono Cross?
stabilize him.
It's Final Fantasy X.
Mm.
Okay, roll a medicine check, and with an 11, it is just trying to ignore you and the party. It doesn't want to deal with you guys anymore, as it knows sort of like the danger that you guys now represent, and it takes the corpse of the mage and sort of lifts it in one of its
What bonus
antlers
do I get
and
from
just
medicine check? 3?
For what medicine?
walks away into the
What do you,
nest.
proficiencies?
What do I add to my medicine check as a bonus?
I think it's wisdom, but it should sit. Oh, you don't have the
Are you
Indian on too.
proficient? He had
I'm proficient in it, yeah.
I didn't use any
You're
of this
proficient, then
stuff
your
that I have
proficiency
against-
What
and
are
your
your
wisdom.
proficiencies?
I have it. So right here,
Alright.
your medicine is
Giant
+5.
killer, horde
Okay.
breaker.
There you
Not
go.
that one. Escape the horde.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah, that giant killer would have been
I'm
real
done with
good,
this.
Remy.
Only
He
it-
used it, I thought.
I used Colossus Slayer. I have a move where it says if a large creature
8.
misses me, I get to attack it again.
You rolled
Like,
that
I,
an
I
8.
rolled a 3.
I never used that.
Despite your best efforts, his skin gets more and more pale. There's this just like continual trickle of blood at a particularly I don't know, the fortified vein. It's just hard.
He's too far gone.
It's like the more you squeeze your tourniquet, tourniquet or
Tourniquet.
tourniquet. The more you squeeze it, the more blood just sprays out, and your training doesn't quite
Use your,
reveal the answer to you.
Use your fire axe and just cauterize it.
Oh, yeah, I do that. I'm still raging, so.
Are you? It's been probably a few. It's been like a few minutes at this point.
When I'm not raging anymore. If it's been you don't know any concepts of time.
He assessed a dying individual
You-
already.
It was 3
applied
days ago.
Yeah. Roll a Constitution
Can I-
saving throw.
Can I use
Rekfar, where'd he go?
Can I use a spell to heal him, or would that not?
Yeah, you can. He is stabilized now, though,
good.
so he's not going to die. But,
Okay. Then leave him stabilized, and then tie him. Well, can't tie him up. He only has one arm. Yeah, tie his feet up so he doesn't run away. And then I join Fertile Green for some mammoth jerky.
Good this.
Good.
Do you have any more?
Okay, so what are you guys up to?
My favorite scene.
Were you doing anything other than eating the mammoth? You like trying to take anything for?
No.
Okay,
What was the helmet that
Go
we
ahead.
needed? We needed a helmet?
go ahead and roll a survival check. No, I was just saying I could have sworn one of you, the leader
Dude, a guy like
Ubuka, gave you guys his mammoth tusk headdress
As a symbol of like, let's meet with.
as I should have watched the episode. Whatever.
I
If you
don't
guys
remember.
don't have it, then
Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't write it down.
did you say nature?
survival, yeah, because you're eating a wild animal in the wild.
It is 17.
You rolled 17.
I rolled
Yeah.
12 and it's +5.
Easy enough. You cut intend to the exact portion that you need to in the exact way that you need to get about, say quickly, about 3 days of meat.
Put that in the old bag of holding.
He cooks them up right now.
Well, I need fire, but yeah.
So, are we on to meet? So that was just 3 members of the resistance.
Yes.
We still have to find the leader of that.
You
group.
just the leader was wearing also another tusk headdress
Yeah.
that is resting on the ground now as well.
Oh, so Batu was part of that.
Batu was the leader. That was Batu. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's gone.
Go over and pick up the headdress that belonged to Batu.
Okay.
You should put it on.
I put it within my cloak. I'm not putting it on.
Within your cloak
Just
is
like-
2 large,
Yeah.
oddly shaped.
No one can touch this.
Yeah.
Just hold on to it.
He's like completely incinerated from it.
Protrusions from his jacket.
It's clean.
I could put it in the bag of holding.
All right, I give it to her. Check.
like
Put it in the bag of holding.
Theragar and Herchek are holding out.
And I'm
bags
just
of
like,
holdings.
no, I got it, guys. I got it.
You said we started with those.
Shut the. No, I didn't. Hold your get a bag of that. You motherfucker. Herchek sort of legitimately has a bag of holding.
Oh, okay. So,
so it all goes in the
Just your
background.
best friend starts with it. That's cool.
No, because at level
Ooh.
6, when Herchek was level 6 before, he had a bag of holding.
You have a backpack of holding.
All right.
I do have a backpack of holding.
There you go.
Now
got
shall we make our way back to Ubuka and return this headdress?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you think the other guys did at the blood?
The Proud Karen, I'm sure they succeeded. They must have
Is
succeeded.
the other mammoth still like there?
You can see like the a disappearing
Can I see the
big
tusks?
shadow out in the distance.
No, not the other one, the dead one.
Oh yeah,
Can
like
I-
portions of it are ripped out. And
I want
Gutted.
to break off some of the tusks.
nature check.
I want to attack it with my axe. Just
Yeah, but like, do you care about the quality of the piece that you
No.
get? Oh, well, go for it. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it recklessly, so I don't fuck it up. It's a 1 of 3. It's 10.
It's like you catch it at a weird angle and it slides up.
Shit.
And like, yeah, it loses its friction and slides up the axe and around, or sorry, up the tusk and around. Just like a tiny little chip.
It's diamonds, guys. Don't mess with this. Don't walk away. Don't want it. I don't want it anymore.
I didn't want it to begin with.
Okay, so you guys are
Did you?
going to.
I would have taken it if I wanted it.
Oh, it's a shame we had to kill them. They would have been great against Arentius.
Tried to ride one, but we didn't want anything to do with this. We killed its masters. So.
Yeah.
Shame you guys are so bad at talking to people. It's
That's not a person, though. It's an animal. I'm great
Shame
at
you're so
They
bad at
attacked
fighting,
us.
Landon.
Great at animals.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a bard. Okay, that says nothing
They
about.
attacked us. Bard.
See, how far away is that other mammoth?
It's at this point. It has disappeared into the haze.
Is it 60 feet away?
More than 60 feet.
Oh.
Is it like 75?
It's
Bard.
like 61 and a half.
We incinerated their leader. Do you think we really need help from some mammoths?
Oh, then maybe we can just go take on the Bleak. I mean, you can go take on the Bleakwood Stronghold then.
Okay,
Well,
but
then
on
we
your
wouldn't
own.
we wouldn't be getting paid now,
give
would
me
we?
all of your stuff then.
Oh, if you take on the Bleakwood Fortress all by your lonesome, I'll give you all the riches in the land. I promise that. I'm sure all the tribes would be willing to pitch in as well, at least the ones that you got on our side.
You give us your stuff and leave.
Well, we needed the stuff before.
Before
we do it.
You shady bunch already took my prized possession from
You
me.
weren't even here. You left.
I had business to attend to.
We're in the middle of the snow.
Now,
I can't even handle this guy. I'm about to moonbeam him.
he goes, oh, you guys did a great job. 5 out of 6 down. I'd say that's a good number. Let's go turn in the antlers and be done with this place. I'm quite cold.
What do you think happened to your...
Oh, you're
kinsman
cold?
during the
He's
blood-
cold.
for the-
I'm going to start cutting into the mammoth,
for the
getting him
blood
a nice
braids?
bloody fur.
Landon is like walking quickly. All right, then back to Ubuka.
How do you think the blood braids reacted to your clan people coming and talking to them?
Oh, none of these are my clan people. I'm sort of like a bystander here to help. But
Oh, okay. I thought you actually had stake in this. So never mind. Just don't talk. I'm just joking.
well, the blood braids are not as known to be as violent as these folk over here, but they're still a powerful bunch, from what I hear.
Very good.
And the proud Cairns, they didn't seem so proud and capable when we sent them on this unruly task of theirs.
Don't speak so lowly of them. Maybe they succeeded.
So let's go back and hand the headdress over and
If
make our way there.
if only
fast.
it were confidence and benevolence that is the reason for you sending them to their ultimate potential demise. But that's neither here nor there.
You don't know that. You don't know. Let's go.
As you guys start walking through the
I pick up
the haze of
unconscious dude.
You just pick him up?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm strong. I'm going to carry him back.
Wouldn't he be dead?
Why?
It's proof.
For Ubuka.
I mean,
have the helmet.
why did
Wouldn't
you?
he be dead now?
No, he was stabilized.
What? How is he? What do you mean?
He cauterized the wound. He failed a medicine check. It makes sense.
Oh, I thought he just.
The one rider, the
held
one
it, and then.
he did, and then Aldane failed at what he does best.
So
And
as soon as
Yeah.
he let go, we just start gushing. We're gonna start gushing blood again as soon as you let go.
No, I
Yeah, but
Ca-
you failed. It
whatever
though.
you were doing during the time of him failing, and then
Yeah.
him cauterizing the wound, and then me telling him that he was stable.
I thought that was for him though.
Who was he healing?
Was he already sta- No, I thought he was healing him.
There are gaps missing
I
from
thought he was healing him,
the
though.
tale in
I
your
thought he
mind.
was
You should
healing
not
him.
be the one sent home to retell this.
I thought he was healing him though. That's what I thought was going on. I thought
No,
you were healing him and
no,
you failed.
He
No.
did
Okay.
heal him.
No.
That was
At a
prior
point.
to
No.
the guy getting his arm chopped off. Once the guy got his arm chopped off, they tried to fix it.
You simply just did not
He
pay attention
failed
to
at
like
it.
5 minutes of the event.
So I told him to use his axe to cauterize it. That kind of did something, and then he was
Anyway.
stable.
He's stabilized. I was wondering, keep him alive, see if he's got any vital information about anything else, extra men, something here, something there. Doesn't hurt.
Does he look important, or does he look like a peon?
You're not carrying him, Alexandria, so doesn't really fucking matter. I put him on and I walk.
I mean,
Don't
All right.
care. I stopped listening, Alexandria. It's a waste of
I'm
time.
not talking to you. I was talking to him. Okay?
Waste of time.
So,
Fucking Jesus.
so if he looks like a peon, we're carrying him for no reason. But go ahead. Continue.
You're not carrying him. What does it matter?
No, it's just
I
waste
keep a
of
very
effort.
detailed and thorough journal of all the events that we've been through. So if you need to catch up to everything we've been doing so far, and provided you can read, I can help you.
I think
Alexandria,
it's
why don't you just stick to killing?
just
stick to killing.
less
just stick
work.
To
Pretty good.
Less
at it.
work is best. Less work is best. So the less we carry, we just kill him and talk to the leader. Maybe he'll know. He'll know just
But
as
this
much.
is
Maybe
not
it's a leader.
taxing on you whatsoever, Alexandria.
It is.
I've walked away.
Why
It is.
not one
It-
I've walked away.
bit?
Me
Everybody
and
is
Theragar
is
walked
like
away.
walking
I'm
a
gone.
pace faster than
Hold on,
Alexandria,
hold on.
as
No, no, no,
Alexandria
no, no,
walks
no,
a
no,
pace
no,
faster, and it just
you can't walk away from me.
continues.
Get back in.
Like
Come back in.
Landon is at a light jog
You,
at this point.
you, there, stop jogging, Landon. Stop jogging. Get back here.
I turn into
Oh,
a
and such a
cheetah,
rush to
and I
go.
run.
I say Landon's full name. Middle name,
full
first
name?
name.
Lander
What are
Dash
those names?
Boulder.
Landon, not
Barthol-
tribe boulder person. Yeah, I don't know. Her check Bane.
After all we've been through,
Heidi McRunny away guy.
I'd like to say that I think it's
Aldane
about time
Faradune, Theragar Fertile Green, her check Bane. Stop.
to take a 5-minute break and get some refreshments, and we will be back in a few, actually immediately to you viewers.
I'm gonna play WoW Classic, and I'm not gonna stop until I'm Lore Master. So I'm quitting my job.
That's awesome. I hope you get it.
All right, guys. Let's
Getting
get
back into it. Lore Master.
Were you Lore Master?
No. I hated doing quests. I dungeon grinded.
I love quests.
I love quests too.
All right, SASANS, welcome back.
Oodle
Certainly
wally.
didn't spend the last 5 minutes talking about WoW Classic and various other MMOs. So,
More because
Orin's Obliterate in the Sim of Tars is heading back to Ubuka's camp. The leader of the Thunder Tusks. The single leader now. After you all swiftly disposed of.
Vaporized.
Vaporized, more like
Moon.
never mind.
Yeah.
All right, what are you guys doing? You see Ubuka on top of his mammoth facing away from you, sort of like in this, almost like council in the center of the village, a small fire burning.
So we killed Batu.
So
You killed Batu. You are carrying the
Headdress.
headdress, as well as the headdress is in the bag of holding.
Yep.
And you are also holding the slingshot
I take
clansman.
the headdress out of one of their bags of holdings, and I throw it on the ground at Ibuku's feet.
This isn't the one he handed us.
No.
No,
The one that we
just
got.
took it
Oh,
from
we just
yeah,
took it.
Batu.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Why are you treating my headdress like that? I'm just kidding.
And I throw it
That's-
on the
I
alive,
kick snow on
Okay.
live dude.
To recap or to retcon, we'll just say that the leader has his own headdress on, as he slowly turns his mammoth around to meet you all, as Aldane reaches into the bag of holding that Herdcheck is holding out and throws down the headdress onto the.
Yep.
There it is.
Now, our agreement.
It's a shame. Batu was one hell of a warrior, as I'm sure you found out.
He fought bravely.
Yeah,
We actually didn't find anything out. He was riding his elephant.
I mean, he was really brave. Fought with honor, courage, commitment to battle.
Aye.
Yeah.
Too bad these days calls for unity before power. As unity lasts longer, you have our tusks in the coming battle against Lord Arentius.
Ah, yes. Sweet. I'm gonna go to a tent.
That's right. Remember they do that in this clan?
I see you. What do you mean we do? I've never known any single one of the Thunder Tusks to utter such nonsense.
He's got a bit of memory loss. He sometimes bring things from the
didn't know
past.
Hitting the head with the boulder. Yeah.
Would you join us as we go make peace and unification with
A small emissary,
Blood
a small
braids.
party.
the bread? What are they?
The blood
the blood
Braids.
blood
braids.
braids.
You can't even remember their name. You do need a bit of help there.
It's been a battle.
We've had a
We are.
Roll
That's
a
why we.
persuasion check.
That's why we need
Just
you.
for
here.
shits and gags.
Is it at we're all
17.
We're all helping.
He goes, we've a lot to take care of before our confrontation with Lord Arentius. The tribe does not know yet what we intend, that we've joined the others. It's going to take quite a bit of convincing to do and some time that we'll need. Unfortunately, we can't help you with the blood braids.
Can you give us any information about them? Something about their chief or their customs, courtesies?
Well, they're called the blood braids because, similar to the Dothraki hordes, the longer
The what?
the braid,
I've never heard a thunder tusk utter those words
You
ever.
can't just
across the seas. The longer the
R.I.P.
braid, the more fierce they're said to be in battle. Typically, the ones with the longest braids hold the highest in the clan.
If we cut the braids, does that weaken them? Kind of like the
If you
whole
cut the
Samson
braids,
and
you'll
Delilah
probably
thing?
piss the whole clan off, and they'll kill you.
Let's not cut the braids.
Like Samson and Delilah,
Let's don't do that.
since we're crossing mythos.
Can you? Can,
Why don't we start braiding our hair, lads? Who's got the longest hair here?
I
Roll for hair.
Alexandria, your hair's pretty long.
I like sway my long,
good.
luxurious bald head.
I don't have long hair.
Oh, fine.
I mean, I have two braids right here on each side right here, but then the rest of my hair is just like loose. Like,
That'll get us somewhere. You do the talking.
okay, maybe.
Braid my
Listen, I have a beard. I have a beard. He has a beard. We can braid our beards and
Braid our
braids.
beards together.
I'm not sure if it
Braided,
works like
bearded
that,
brothers.
How about this?
And their hair is typically red. They are also a clan of centaurs.
Oh,
I have
let me
blonde
handle
hairs.
this. I have tame beast.
Probably don't want to tame them.
What if they seem to be the most difficult clan to deal with? So it would be prudent of us to have a representative from each
You
of the other
already
clans.
got Orgot and the Frost Runes.
Yes, but these are the blood
Tito.
braids.
Do you have at least a symbol we could bring with us to show that we have gained your trust?
No symbol from us would get you anywhere close to the blood braids.
Fair enough.
But a representative from all three other clans will show them. And unity is right there at their doorstep. And that Lord Arentius has forced this unison.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, God, please don't be a 1.
Advantage?
Yay!
What was that?
16.
Nice.
Plus what?
I don't get nothing for persuasion.
No?
Do
Are you
I?
not proficient?
Charisma. What
Are
is
you
charisma?
proficient?
Persuasion, you get +2.
Oh, yeah, I do. 18.
Nice. You.
Hey.
You did it.
I'll say you can take Flig there at your feet. And he nods to the passed out turncoat guy.
Well, you don't mind
He
carrying
stayed
him.
alive through the last confrontation. I hope he has a habit of that.
I left him alive. Sure.
We took his sling.
All right.
He only has one arm.
I think it would be wise for us to get a representative from the Frost Runes and a Proud Cairn, and we head over to the Blood Braids and make sure. Actually, the Proud Cairns are already there, so we just need a Frost Rune, and we'll head
If
on
they're
over.
still alive.
We'll talk about that later.
I say we then rest up for a few, and then we head out.
Ah, yes, a long rest indeed.
Stay for the night. Feed yourselves.
Is it possible for us to take a mammoth or some mode of transportation?
Were you able to keep any of the mammoths alive? From
One
Glasgow?
was alive.
It ran away.
Alexandria scared it away.
No, it just didn't have anything to do with anything. More or less nothing to do with this because, its other elephant friend would be kind of skewered with a bunch of rocks and
One fell beneath the ice, the other
it was
fell
poked.
during battle.
They
fell?
poked it. And so he kind of just didn't want to, be around.
Well, then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Mammoths are not like typical horses for us. They are prized possessions. Each and every one pulls their load and more.
Understandable. Well then, we will get our rest and leave in the morning.
You got some horses we can have?
Horses.
No, we are the Thunder Tusks, not the Thunder Hoofs.
Okay.
Is there
There
thunder
are
hooves?
other beasts of burden that can help with.
Maybe somewhere on this planet, but not here.
Your scope of things is quite big for a clansman.
That's why I'm the leader.
Let's
I
get
did
some
well on
rest.
my
Let's get some
SATs.
rest.
Take that long rest.
Maybe that
So we
one.
find, we just go find a tent. We leave in the morning. With
Just go find a random
I
tent.
drag,
Ah!
I drag
What do you think you're doing?
this one-armed guy. Flick was his name.
Flag.
Flag.
Damn flag.
Thunder Tusk.
And you guys are escorted to tents that have excess space in them for you to retire for the night. You guys are brought a very hefty sum of meat and nuts, not much else. And yeah,
Theragar, why don't you spice up these meats? Cook us something real nice.
All right. Definitely don't use poison spray.
are you not like a vegetarian? Or
Well,
I heard you druid folk are like just love the nature. and,
Way
like,
to assume
I
all
love
druid folk are
nature.
vegetarians.
That's
so
a
much
that's a,
that I have to keep up the circle of life.
if
yeah.
if you're gonna sit in this tent and make those racist, prejudice, generalized remarks,
My friend,
you should.
how about that?
I rage.
It is fine.
You PC.
I keep up with the circle of life. Everything eats everything. To deny myself one part of that would be to say that this circle is imperfect. Imperfect.
It is.
Imperfect.
There you go. Are you satisfied?
Hey,
No meat for you.
you can't do that. I healed you.
Hey!
You owed me. But I was right after him.
She healed me.
No, that's
I did.
rude.
I did heal it. I did.
You left.
Yes,
But
you did.
I'm also still alive. And so are all you.
You want to
Good
still
job.
be alive?
I had faith in you. They didn't hire me for loads and loads of gold to fight for them. No, they hired me to talk for them. That's how I got you lot. You're the fighters. You really hold it against me for staying alive.
I hold it against you for leaving.
Teach me something then. Teach me something useful, Mr. Nature Man.
Watch this. Watch this.
Mr. Neat.
Watch this. Is everyone watching? Magic stone.
You did that before, and I don't think it did them very good.
Hold this. Now, whenever you see danger,
You said this
just
exact same thing,
squeeze that stone,
and yeah.
and you'll not be afraid anymore.
What does it do?
Nothing.
You just cantripped it.
Yeah.
Nice.
You tried this trick
I didn't try this trick. There's no trick. It's a stone of courage.
Roll a persuasion check.
Wouldn't that be a deception check?
Yeah, deception.
18.
Deception.
Plus, I still rolled on a d20. 18 plus deception's charisma.
Yeah.
19.
He takes it. He just sort of rolls it in his hand. Well, that's good for me now, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. You have courage now.
What are you going to do the next time that you pass out? Almost die?
From being hit.
We were all hit there, buddy.
You were not hit. You left.
Oh, no, I was hit rather bad.
Oh, he got hit.
He got hit? Okay,
He got hit once and left.
I was too passed out to see that.
I got hit a lot.
You're 3 times my size, buddy.
I knew somebody in my past who was smaller than me, who took on things more giant than that mountain.
Where do I find my cantrips?
Roll a persuasion check.
Just go spells.
Did this person ever
This is-
betray
this
you?
is-
Roll a straight charisma check.
This is it.
Did
Right, this is true.
Did this
I
person
mean,
ever,
yeah, I know.
did this
Oh,
person
yeah,
ever
first
betray
level.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I roll advantage since it's true?
No.
I mean, why am I
You
trying
don't,
to
you don't
persuade
get
him?
an
It's-
advantage if it's
it's
So
true.
you
True
have
story.
4 of these that you can use at
That's-
will.
That's 10.
I can learn them. I have to add them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then there might be hope for me, but I know how to stay alive. I don't know how to kill someone. So I'm going to do the thing I know how to do, and I'll leave it to you guys to do the things that you know how to do.
I get up and I give him
Ooh.
I hand him a hand axe.
What just happened?
Cannon.
Whoa.
Oh, mead indeed.
Well, can I?
I hand him a hand axe and I take him over to the body of the unconscious dude. I'm like, kill him, kill him, right there, kill him. Simple as that. Just kill him.
Intimidation check. As he's like, whoa, this turned
wanna-
super different energy now
Natural
than
one.
there was 3 seconds ago. No, he like pushes the hand axe back into your chest and says, see, this is why you do what you do.
Is it stabbing me?
No, he's just pushing it into your chest. And he's just, bless you.
Shut up.
But if you ever do that again. He goes, no, that's not my realm here. You can do it. And he's supposed to help us too, isn't he?
You know
Well,
that.
I want to tell him, like, you have half the equation figured out already. You know how to survive. Now I just need to know how to, take the other person's life away. Because you can survive, but then kill them.
So, like, without a second thought, you guys, and death.
Well,
That's
do you want to be running your whole life? Do you?
You kill or be killed. What's different? What's your philosophy?
Trust me, I've been.
Be
Either-
protected by the people who
You
kill.
either living or you dead.
Or you're not killing, and you're not
either living or
dying
you're dead.
either, is my philosophy.
Trust me, I
D-E-D
ran
dead.
for a very long time from my enemies. Now, I've decided to do the opposite. You should do the same.
You know, back in my clans, we didn't put up with this. We would straight just kill you,
Oh, so these are okay.
You either kill it
Those,
or you die.
Do you always try and convince your clients to become death murdering machines with you?
We're trying to help you elevate yourself. You know, to
Good
the
frame.
next
What
level.
was
Not
that?
be such a coward.
Sounds good.
Maybe help out in a
Spare
fight.
the dying.
How I'm helping out in the fight is by getting you guys to fight everything for most of the clans here.
We're
So
trying to illuminate you.
Moonbeam.
you guys are insane.
Moonbeam 'em.
You guys are
Illuminate 'em.
absolutely insane, and I love you. That's why we're here, baby.
Don't call me baby.
That's a song.
Any other pet name you like?
Maybe.
Don't call me bitch. God damn it. Okay, so the night progresses. You all each, I assume, go to bed. Yes.
Yeah, I need to.
Is there anything that you guys are doing in the middle of the night?
Fap. Take a fat break. With shillelagh. A shillelagh, my D. Enhance.
It's a dangerous vap. Wow. Enhance.
Enhance.
Wow. Enhance.
Print the damn thing.
Enhance. Aldane, are you doing anything?
No, just sleeping.
Okay, you guys fall asleep fairly easily. A lot of furs to keep you warm. A lot of pleasant white noise. The
Just pleasant.
outside of the wind and the ice particles passing across the icy terrain. And you wake up rested, fully healed, all of your spells back. All is good in the world once more.
I cast Fireball.
What?
Why would you do that?
Why
would you even say that? Why would
Because
you?
I'm,
Huzzah!
I'm of the fire.
Why would you even say
I'm a
that?
fire person.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys don't notice his fire person.
Yeah. You didn't notice that flaming axe?
I did. I told you to cauterize the wound. I got you.
I cooked that meat instantly. You just didn't see it.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't even hear you say that.
Yeah.
That was
How's Fleg?
Fleg.
Fleg?
Is he awake?
Roll an investigation check. Or insight, either one.
Is he just on the ground?
He's on the ground. He's not moving.
How do I? Can you help me out here? I can always get this wrong.
Investigation should be, I think, intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, intelligence. So take your intelligence and add that. So 4 to whatever you roll.
16.
I don't know why I had you roll. He's like halfway out of the door, like trying to worm his way.
I grab him.
Ever so slowly
I grab him
towards
by
the
the
exit.
by the
He's
leg,
keeping his eyes on you
and
guys.
I drag him back inside.
Did any of you bind his mouth or? Can
No.
you talk?
You talk.
Let me be free. Let me be free.
You're with us now.
Mm-hmm.
Per your master, your leader.
Batu, where?
No, Ubaka.
Slayed Batu.
Ubaka is your leader.
Ubuka.
Ubuka.
Yeah, you
That's what I said.
Ubaka. What?
What do you have of me then?
You are our emissary for the Thundertusks.
He looks confused.
You're coming with us to the Blood Braids.
We are showing the Blood Braids
Yeah,
that
cat
we
person.
have garnered the trust and friendship of the Thundertusks, and Ubuku has appointed you as the person to show that trust and friendship. So you can either join us and come with us and be at our side with the Blood Braids, or you can, be with our friend here, Herchek, who needs to test his newly sharpened blade.
It's not newly sharpened, but
He doesn't know
newly,
that.
newly sharpened.
You killed Clegg, but you keep me alive.
I took your arm too.
He looks down. Well, no, he's not. You wouldn't be surprised at this point. He just looks down and he goes, "What trophy you keep? He's okay. You keep me alive."
Yeah, it's totally a trophy on the
Think about this.
battlefield.
You now have an opportunity to rejoin Ubuku.
You keep me alive.
Yeah, we said that.
You keep me fed.
Yeah.
We have deal.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm in.
What you
Alright.
feed?
Mammoth.
Clegg.
Might actually be his mammoth.
We didn't tell you.
It is his
It is his
mammoth.
mammoth.
Don't tell him it's his man.
Well, you know what? He wasn't doing anyone any favors, just laying there, being dead.
All right, we ready to go?
I would
Yep.
say so, yes.
Yeah, let's do it. Friends.
All right.
And we step out.
Okay. Ubuka bids you farewell.
We're heading.
To the Blood Braid.
No. We're gonna go pick up everybody. You said we're gonna go pick up everybody.
We should pick up everybody.
picking up everybody.
We're picking up. We have one representative from them. We should get a representative from the Frost Runes.
Yep. And
Okay.
then Proud Karn.
Proud Connors should be already there. So.
Yeah. So we have one. Yeah. Thunder. Yeah, we're gonna
Everybody's getting
go.
slapped around. Just
Yeah, we're gonna go to the Frost Rune clan. We're gonna make our way there,
Okay.
and then yeah.
Who's leading the way? I guess
We're all just.
whoever's leading the way, roll a survival check.
Who's
It's a
good
big,
at-
large step. Roll it at advantage because you've already been
who's-
there.
Who's got survival?
I do.
I'll take up the back, the rear. I'm in the rear with Freg.
Oh shit.
Flake.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Advantage.
Add advantage. 19.
Nice. Yeah.
Should we all roll
Damn,
survival?
I'm just rolling.
No. Whoever, the druid leading the way probably makes.
Yeah.
Probably
I
makes
will be
sense.
behind him.
Okay. It doesn't. The trip is faster. The return journey normally feels faster as well. It's you follow the familiar path. I believe you're coming from the Frost Rune, or you were coming from the Frost Rune. Now you're just following the same path backwards.
Sweet.
They are all packing up. It's been about a day, actually a few days since you traveled there and back. And they are a clan that always stays on the move. So they're just like in the middle of putting their things up and about to travel to their next hub. What are you guys up to?
Let's go find
Weave in
Argot.
and out of the rocks.
Go find Argot.
Okay. The one of the Frost Rune finds you guys is sort of like, oh, hey, the champion over here. Look at that. You beat Argot. That's crazy. He's now like the mostly indomitable, but not like the straight up indomitable. Here, I'll take you to him. No worries. And they were the clan of Southern accents as well. Takes you to and like everybody's like high-fiving you on the way there, like
I don't
offering
high-five
you
anybody.
alcohol and
I
High-five
take all the alcohol.
Hey.
roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We need you sober to.
11.
You are tipsy on your way there, as they're
I start high-fiving people.
yeah. And you approach the sort of like the makeshift stone throne that Argot was sitting on with the fur pelts partially rolled up and ready to be taken away, and he goes, "Well, if it ain't the horns obliterated and the scimitars, back so soon." Arentius always ready to make his way onto this land or what?
You're up. You beat him.
You're bros now.
We're actually here to pick up an emissary. We're about to go to the Blood Braids. We just got back from the Thunder Tusks. We killed Batu,
About 2.
if you knew of him.
The only other person I ever got in a tie with in these duels. You took him down. That makes sense.
I was
With
not the
help.
one to take him down. I point over to Theragar. He was the one.
Like looks over your shoulder at Theragar. Looks at the rest of your group. You might be in good hands.
You did.
Yeah, well, we got this guy from the Thunder Tusk leg. So we're about to go to the Blood Braids, like I said, to kind of barter peace rather than make war. The war may be happening, so a stronger emissary would be more beneficial. Yeah, if you want to come with us, that'd be probably the best.
That would be the best.
You are the indomitable.
It would be the best for you, but I got a tribe to take care of and organize.
That is understandable.
Oh,
Completely.
But surely you would have a number 2 ready to take the reins.
Who is your number 2?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
No.
We don't know. Oh, fuck.
What'd you get?
20.
A natural 20?
Yeah,
I got
man.
a 1.
Damn it.
He goes, I'm the number 1, 2, and 3 around here, unfortunately. So, they wouldn't even be able to take out of this camp without me around here.
All right, what about...
You look around and like most of them are like slack-jawed, drooling. They look like meathead, like Neanderthal. Like they're the definitely dumber but stronger ones of all these.
We don't
clans.
need your best. We just need one of you to show the Bloodbraids
One that's
that
fairly...
Lord Arentius has created unity amongst the other 3 clans for a common purpose.
Gotta know how to defend himself. I'm not... We already got this one guy with us.
Oh, he's got courage now.
He's got courage. Somebody who could fight and knows how to talk would be preferable.
Like Flag holds up his stump and he goes, "Oh, trophy, they got it from me." And
Yeah, like Fleck.
Right.
all right, how about you take Flex over there?
Who?
Flex and flag.
Wow.
If by name alone. And Flex is a muscle-bound, like, drooling...
I'm not even gonna give him an E on his name.
The most. One is, like, his drool is so thick, it's almost reached the ground without snapping.
Well, does he know how to talk? We said talk. You should be able to talk.
No, he doesn't need to talk. It's fine.
Flex knows how to talk.
Never mind. Keep your mouth shut. Just keep it
Flex.
Hey.
Flex?
Nope.
You look like a frost room. Flag, you look...
Flex is frost room.
Flag, you look like a thunder tusk. Proud Karen's there. We're good to go. Let's hit the road.
Let's hit the road.
Argot, do you have anything as far as horses or transportation?
Roll persuasion.
You might need to fight him again.
I thought you guys had goats or something.
7. I beat him in combat. Should I have advantage?
No, the fact that you get a persuasion check
Damn it.
is your advantage.
Damn!
Wow.
All our 4-legged beasties are taken. Unfortunately.
Understandable. Then we will be making our leave.
What do you mean all? What do you mean all of your 4-legged beasts are taken? Do you have any 2-legged? That means?
Like a chocobo.
Yeah, you guys
3-legged?
got Flex.
Oh.
Flex!
I got flex.
Roll
I jump
Guys.
on flex.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
An animal handling check.
My forte. I actually proficient in animal.
Do you have any more besides just Flex then?
Oh god damn it! These rolls. 11.
He goes along for it for a little bit, more in just like this stupid childlike laughing and having fun with you, but he's running in his own direction. As soon as you realize that you can't control him and he's just having a good time, you slide off and release the reins, so to speak.
Never mind. I don't want any more like him. Just keep what you have. We'll take him.
What time of the day is it?
Yes.
You guys arrived like just late enough to be like, we could
I won't be there.
go in and make this request before people are turning in.
I didn't expect to have a kid that early.
Just like the bare minimum tents are up and
Sorry.
everything's
If you wanna
prepared.
talk
They're
to
going to be
Carl
leaving
about it.
early in the morning.
Talk tomorrow.
Wait, what's their
to
landscape
Mark
like again?
Johnson.
Are they like the rocky landscape, rocky terrain, or are they still like snow covered?
There's still like a little bit of snow covered.
Oh, I guess we set up. Just leave in the morning. Fresh start.
Yeah, you can stay here.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Leave in the morning.
Just one tent will do us fine.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, you're asking for a tent.
Oh well, no, it's fine. We'll set up our own tent. We got tents.
Wait, Flex, get us a tent.
Flex!
Flex, we'll stay in your tent.
Flex.
Does
I think
Flex-
he's gonna be way better
Does
than we
Flex
think he is.
have a tent, or does he just stand?
I'm pretty
No,
sure.
no, no.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when we
Probably
get to
way
the blood
better.
rage,
Flex.
we're gonna go, Flex.
Flex,
Kill him.
take us. Flex, take us where you sleep. We'll hang out for the night. We'll drink. We'll have fun. We'll flex. Come on.
I don't think you realize how reliable he is.
It's like a dog.
Let's go, Flex.
He's what I want the bard to be.
Landon, you here? Landon.
Landon,
Come
be
hang-
more like Flex.
Landon Flex takes you to this like outcropping of rocks with like a string being held up by even heavier rocks on top with like a tarp of leaves over it. This is his abode, but it's really only barely big enough for Flex.
Flex,
Wait.
sleep outside, please.
So,
Flex.
Wait, you were just talking. No, you were just
Please.
talking. You were just talking normally.
Please, Flex. Please.
You could say more than that, and you will say more than that. You are not a complete imbecile. Be a frost rune, damn it.
Roll a persuasion check.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
All right. Well,
It's because you guys keep saying his name. All right, sorry. No. Flex goes, no, this is my home.
We could talk now. Right. I'm pretty
It's
sure
still
I'm
like
not
you're
using speak with
encroaching
the
on
animals.
his space.
all right. Let's just sleep. Let's just sleep right
Set
next
up.
to.
No, we got tents. So you have in your survival bag.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in
you
your
got
bag of holding.
Yeah. One tent.
Tent.
Bedtime.
Not only it's a glorious tent,
Epic.
pristine.
With refreshments.
Because of that, I want if none of you can find a tent in your inventory, you can go fuck yourself. I'm sleeping in the uncovered mud.
You son of a bitch.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Now let's do it.
No, look in your equipment.
Oh fuck.
You might have a knapsack.
I have a bedroll.
You might have a bedroll. Tents were 1,000 gold fucking pieces in Final Fantasy IX.
I have rope. I have rope.
You know what? I'm so comfortable sleeping outdoors.
You know, I got this
I don't
bedroll.
need to prove myself.
It's gotta be in position for the audio.
Assume the position.
I'll take a. I'm just gonna lie down right next to Flex's tent and say, "Gentlemen, we've got work to do in the morning."
Yep.
And, lady, I'm just gonna try to fall asleep outside.
I huddle up to the nearest tree.
None of you are making bed for a woman?
That's for you.
I just take my bedroll and I was like, I'm fine.
She's a merc.
Who am I traveling with? Flex. And goes to bed. Like that.
Let's just pile rocks over the door so he can't get out. He won't figure it out. He'll just run around in circles until he dies. It's like, I can't get...
Okay, another uneventful night
Landon and
happens.
Fleg are with us, right?
What?
Landon and Fleg.
Yeah.
Great.
You guys are all in this kind of awkward sleepover, like, configuration around Flex's
Oh.
rock formation. Finding various different patches of
Indeed.
ice
Indeed.
and packed snow. And you wake up early in the morning. The rest of the frost runes are gone. Everybody's like packed up, left.
Now, does anyone know their way to Blood Braids? Landon?
Flex. Flag.
Urshek? Theragar? Xandria?
Everybody's looking at each other like
I remember.
one or the other.
I remember where they're at.
Well then.
We
Do you actually remember where they're at?
they're southwest Godoy.
I don't know if that last one was a word.
Godoy.
Southwest of Godoy. I don't know where Godoy is.
Landon, surely you must know
Hold on,
something.
hold on. Do you actually have an idea where
I said southwest.
Okay, never mind then.
No.
I have an idea. I've got some
Didn't
descriptions in my journal.
Didn't I ask?
Maybe.
Before we left.
Yeah, all of them. You have like general descriptions of most every place. You just don't have anybody who knows exactly where any of these places are.
Could I
That's why
do a
you
survival check?
when you go onto the step, Alexandria has offered up her survival check. Go for it.
What? Oh. Never mind.
No, you can't. Ever. You gotta own it, Alexandria.
Ooh. 17 plus 6.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's a bigger number.
You guys are all feeling really good about where you're going right now.
Excellent.
Following Alexandria's lead, Landon is helping out every now and then, also like describing different areas of the steppe that he heard about in the stories from the Golden Sunrise. And day passes. It's going to take another about a half day to get there. Roll another survival check, please. Who's leading? You again, Alexander?
So are we like going to sleep and waking up?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want me all to lead again, or do you want? I mean, I'll whatever. Yeah. So
I'll fucking do it.
16.
It's 16. Yes.
I like how navigating an entirely foreign land with very dangerous creatures and obstacles is just like, you want to do it? Nah. Let's rock, paper, scissors for it.
Well,
Yeah, sure, okay, I guess I'll do it.
I am a ranger, I guess, and it says my survival is I can guide your group through frozen wastelands. So this is a frozen
I
wasteland.
mean, if we see any
Do you have any tattoo
any
on
persons on the road,
Is it new?
No. This is, it was, got that Sweden.
I have something for you,
Oh.
actually, that I need to give you.
Put it in my
after
bag
this.
of holding.
You should really move it down and closer to your
Is
You
it
told me to
hurting?
move it away last.
is it hurting?
Yeah, but
your-
it somehow navigated up your hat.
Navigated. It's not a boat.
It's only boats navigate.
Yeah,
That's right.
you don't navigate anything else but boats.
Not in my America.
A few more hours pass. You're in the steppe, all right, of the Northern Territories, Vargosa.
Mm.
That's right.
Should I start doing some throat singing because we're in the steppe?
Vargosa.
Sorry.
No.
Real good.
Setting the mood.
Some good ASMR.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay. Passes noon into about 1-2 o'clock relative fantasy time, and you see across the steppe this collection of trees, and in that dead center of the trees is a very tall, steep stone, like partial mountain. It's not really a mountain. It's just like, imagine a super tall cliff, like a cylinder.
Like a pillar?
Exactly. Just like a pillar of Jesus, a pillar of stone, with what looks to be some more like trees or bushes or something at the top. And this is the description of the area of the forest in which the blood braids reside.
I mean, like, so like the pillar is like big enough to hold like an island up there, or like.
No, the pillars thin.
Something-
By your estimate, it's maybe like
I'm thinking of like the Hunter x Hunter like test of the pillar. I have to like climb this pillar.
much smaller than that.
Okay.
It extends a few hundred feet into the air and is maybe like 100 or so feet in diameter.
Yeah.
Walk up to it and look around, see if there's an inscription or something guiding
No,
us.
you guys are not immediately in front of the pillar. You guys just see the pillar sticking out of the forest in the distance as you're crossing the steppe. It's like a small, whereas everything else is sort of like wetlands
It just
and
sticks up
open.
like a-
This is a
Let's walk.
contained junction of trees, and then
Let's walk to it. Right. Let's walk toward it.
Like, well, I guess there it is down there. Or is
Flex,
it
do you know what that
I
is?
thought you guys had animals with you.
Sure, we had mammoths. Are you happy?
Like I thought you were traveling across. With
I don't
them.
think we were. I really don't think
okay.
we were.
I don't think so either.
No, we had a couple
Flex, you know what that is over there?
No.
Flag, do you know what that is over there?
Don't ask them questions. They're just going to come back with the same.
Same answer.
He's going to say flex, and he's going to say trophy. Trophy, trophy.
Right.
Go ahead, ask him. Ask him.
No.
Let's-
Flag is a little bit more intelligent than Fleg, but Flex goes, or it's not Flex. Jeez, Fleg goes. Yes, I think that's where the blood braids live. They never much leave that forest.
Into the forest.
I'll take point this time.
Are there any birds nearby that I can see?
Roll a perception check.
Birds.
Ooh.
Birdie.
Perception.
Bird.
Oh, 24.
Birdie.
24. None in the immediate vicinity, but you can see two winged creatures sort of like circling the top of the pillar spire.
Mm.
The stone pillar.
It's quite a distance away.
Yeah.
Okay. We shall press on.
I apologize. You do see some cranes like off into the right, just like dipping their long beaks into the water.
And we're heading toward a forest right now?
Yeah.
I'll wait till we get to the forest.
Okay. All right. Another takes you about an hour to get to the to meet the trees of the forest, and it's a pretty open forest. There's sunbeams sort of shining inside from the different portion of sun that even manages to make it through the thick gray clouds of the steppe, and the deeper you get in, are you guys doing anything or?
Still keeping my eye open for some wildlife.
We're pretty deep in the forest now.
You just entered.
Okay, never mind. I'm just chilling.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for anything, any signs of the proud carns.
Proud cairns or blood braids?
Blood
You're specifically
braids.
looking for proud cairns?
Like, yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out. I'm
Okay.
keeping an eye out for both, but I'm looking for signs if there's been any like markings from the proud Karens.
Proud
Cairns. Okay. Roll a perception.
11.
I don't see shit.
It's a shitty roll.
You guys get deeper into the forest. You turn around and you can't tell that there was an entrance there anymore, as the density of trees has picked up to that point. Walking in for about
Nice stealth.
roll a stealth.
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check. Then.
Stealth, like behind everybody. Like, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, gone.
25.
Wow. Yeah. As you guys are walking through Alexandria, do you let them know, or?
We're like, I'll be in the back.
As per usual.
As the perception of her movements leaves you, you start to hear the like snapping of twigs and almost like the on both sides of you, on the left and the right side, pretty distant into the forest.
How close is it getting?
As you get farther into the forest, it's like it's getting closer, and you can start to see shadows pass through pass in between the trees on your right and left side.
Cast bark skin on our boy here.
Oh, nice. You should be the one to talk. Sir Druid.
Oh, all right.
To the centaurs.
Are they getting... Can we feel like them getting closer and closer and closer? Are they
You
almost
can.
upon
Is
us?
that a +2
Yes.
If they're almost upon us...
And you start to see a glade, a clearing, open up maybe about
Where
30
is it? I
feet in
just
front of
cast
you.
it.
Then I'll say, all right, boys and girl, have your wits
Yeah,
about
okay.
you.
Yeah,
Yes,
your
yeah,
armor
it's okay.
your armor class can't be less than 16.
It's 13.
Now it's 16.
Well, now it can't be less than 16.
Everyone's still within 30 feet of me. Are you within 30 feet of me?
Suppose so. I'll probably hang like 20 feet back from you guys.
Okay. I cast Bless on everyone. D4 on your attack and saving throws.
Does that stack with the last one? Or no, that last one was yesterday, so never mind.
No, that ended.
Yeah.
Still no animals in sight of any kind.
No, you can see like the silhouettes of horses running on
Just
both
horses.
sides of you.
All right. I blessed people.
So as you guys get to this clearing and you continue to hear that on both sides of you, and you wait now that you have a better visibility of the radius around you, and you wait a few seconds, seeing the horse silhouettes get closer, passing in and out of the visibility in between each segment of trees. Horses just run through the glade and
Just
continue.
horses?
Yeah, and continue through the trees.
Oh,
Voice of the
I would
split.
like to. Actually, let me grab one of these horses. An animal friendship one.
A woman appears in front of you with the body of a horse. She runs from the back of the. What do you call a collection of horses?
Like
It's not like
yeah.
a pack.
A herd?
A herd. Herd of horses. Man,
Parliament.
horse lovers are the thousands of horse lovers that watch this show will be up in arms. But yeah, the herd. She's taking up the rear of the herd. Very. She looks like her upper body, as well as the rest of her horse form, has is very capable. It's like muscle bound. You can see sort of like the strands of her muscles, the outlines of her shoulder. She's wearing sort of like her fur is red. Her braid comes down down her right shoulder, passes in between her sternum and down her to her belly button. It's very long. And she goes, "What brings you to our forest? Hoofless are not welcome here.
Why not?
You are not majestic enough to be able to run next to us, shoulder to shoulder.
Watch this shit.
Belongs to the centaurs."
I cast Wild Shape. And I turn into. What can I turn into?
This isn't gonna go well.
It's not gonna go well?
Something with 4 legs.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You turn into
A
a
cheetah.
horse or
Wild Shape. I turn into an elk.
An elk.
It's got hooves.
Mighty hooves. And antlers.
Okay. Roll a performance check at advantage.
20!
Natural 20?
Natch 20.
What did you say before? You said,
Watch
Or did you-
this.
yeah.
Because you said, oh, you're not majestic enough. And I
Yeah.
said, well, watch this.
Okay.
And I turned into an elk. And then I turned back into a dwarf.
The rays breaking through the tree of the sun somehow manage to, in this scene, wholly focus on you as their angles just sort of like shift in focus on you, almost like a magnifying glass. As the point of the ray of light hits you, you start to swell in size, fur coating your skin, upper body touches the ground with your hands, slowly morphing into hoofs. Antlers, you can feel every single strand sort of stretch out of your forehead and shift out. It's not uncomfortable. It's almost like empowering. As your white fur and shining antlers meet their full level of majesty, you just sort of, without even looking at the female, looking off into the distance, you say, "How's this?" And she's like, "I'm listening. You seem to be led by somebody of the natural realm. You know how to start off a conversation. What is it you desire? I haven't
Indeed.
time for this.
We desire unification between the 4 clans.
This again.
We must. In order to defend all of us and survive, we must all unite. It is simple.
Ask her what happened to the proud Karens.
Oh yeah,
She
did
said
you
this- she
happen
said
to
this
see the
again.
proud Karens come through
Something
here?
must not have happened to them.
The proud cairns are proving themselves to us right now.
Mm.
They're retrieving an item for us.
Ah.
A very precious item. At the top of the spiteful spire.
Spiteful
And she
spire.
looks over her shoulder, up through the clearing of the trees. You can see the perfect the perfect image of the tall pillar, stone pillar that you'd seen with like the bits of trees and things at the top. And you see the 2 winged creatures circling around,
Mm-hmm.
and then diving down periodically to attack or just in the direction of, you can see the outlines of small shapes close to the top of it. And she says, yes, they're retrieving something, hopefully very precious to me.
Great. So another group also extending their well-being, proving their majesty to you. I say we do not all wish to be at war with each other. However, someone is coming to be at war with us. Now we can make quick work of it together, like a herd, or we can fall independently.
Roll a persuasion check at advantage.
It's a team.
It's also a herd. Depends on if they're tamed.
Herd was better in this case.
Or Harris.
A Harris.
A Harris.
A heresy.
Did you look up what a group of horses is called? There's no
parliament.
way it's called a Harris.
It
I've
is.
never
I'm
heard
looking
that
straight
before.
at it. Yeah. Alternatively
Another
called
natural
team
20
or
or
Harris.
I
natural?
know. 5 and a 1.
Oof.
Ooh.
It was going so well.
It was going so well. I just, yeah, let me turn into the elk again.
Words are easy. You can say whatever you like whenever you like, but deeds are different. The proud Cairns came here to prove themselves. On behalf of you all, I'm guessing.
We brought other emissaries from different clans. We have already proven ourselves to, and have already devoted
And
themselves.
she looks past you to muscle-bound Flex, showing off different poses to both
Flex
both
of
Landon
the Frost Rune.
and Fleg.
Flag of the Thunder.
And Fleg
Tusk.
is like trying to make his much more meek muscles do the same thing as he's looking at Fleg, analyzing it, and Landon is just judging and it's like writing down.
And Lang from the city.
So, is there any way we could join this test in order to help them speed it along?
Of course, the item is the most important aspect.
Well, if they fail and all of them die, we're left with less cannons fodder, I would say. That would be rude, so I didn't say that.
You're a friend.
Yes.
Why would you ever say that about your friend?
Well, you just want to
I
leave them
believe
up.
in them.
You want to leave them up there As it looks like they may, I don't know how they're faring.
If we help them with this task, will you join us in the fight against Lord Arentius?
Wait, who are you?
That's also, we should start there.
First, introduce yourselves.
I am Hertrick Bane of the Orans Obliterate.
And partially a scimitar.
And chapter of the Scimitars.
Well, now I'm confused.
I am Theragar Green of the Woodland Realm of the Hilly Dwarfs.
Of the Orans Obliterate.
You speak of unity, yet all of you are from nothing similar.
Exactly.
And that's what unity is.
That is what
Unity is difference coming together. I'm Aldane Faradun of nowhere. This is Alexandria. She's of her own history. But together we are the Scimitars here, united to bring unison to you on the steppe.
And to bring a swift end to Lord Arentius.
Yet you can still keep your individuality at the same time. It's confusing, yes.
It's not confusing. You are who you are, but together we come
Which is
to
still unknown to
overcome
us.
a goal.
My name is Garelma of the Blood Braids, leader.
Of?
That is a strong name, Garelma.
It's a wonderful name, very majestic.
Yes.
And you can see a very thick longbow crossing her
Dick
shoulders.
with the sea.
I do bow work as
You,
well.
it's almost so thick that you can't even imagine. Like you're trying to get like her check. You can see it. You're looking at it. And you're like, that'd be kind of difficult. Every other person looking at this bow is trying to imagine how they would ever be able to do it, and mostly failing.
I was never.
I say I have my own boat, and I do my boat. I'm like, see,
So, Grelma, must we complete this task, or will you join us in the fight of Lord Arentius, seeing this unison amongst us and the other clans right here with you, with the Proud Karens, fighting to fulfill your needs on behalf of the other two clans, whom of which there is history of blood.
they seem to think they're better than all of the other clans.
Your words are beautiful,
Hey.
but again easy. I suspect more than anything, more than even my need for the item, you're going to need to help the Blood Braids. Or not the Blood Braids. the Proud Cairns.
Okay.
And I think you'll need to be quick.
Well, I guess then we'll be quick.
A quick question though: how long have they been at that?
Oh. We sent them on their way about midday yesterday.
And they just it took how long did it take them to get up to the top of that thing, or are they at the top of it, or did we see them like still climbing it, like getting?
You can, see them still partially. They're about like 75% of the way up.
Oh wow, okay. All right.
Then we will head off and
Head off.
meet you when we meet you.
It just moved again.
Cannon's rolling around.
Gannon!
Gannon. It's okay. He's chill.
Dumb feet.
Just get him out of there.
He's gonna kick his feet.
Well,
I'm still animal friended with that horse, right?
That was
What
her,
horse?
wasn't it?
Animal friended
She
or
is the horse.
changed? Or wait,
Or
what?
She morphed from the horse I was trying to
No,
befriend.
she is the horse you were trying to befriend.
No.
Oh no, you were okay. So as you I apologize for skipping that part. As you reach out your hand to befriend the horse, which is the first thing you said as you entered the glade, Garelma sort of intervened and stopped you from messing with from essentially
Tainting her.
Tainting.
affecting her
Well, we'll go help
host of
the Proud Karens.
equine
And as we do,
creatures.
we leave in your gracious hospitality our representatives and emissaries from the other two clans.
Flex. Take Flex.
Flex
Flex!
and Flag
And Lang.
And Lang. Definitely Lang.
and Landon.
Landon.
Right?
They have my arm as a trophy here somewhere.
Yes.
You will have,
We did
you know,
have it.
they'll be in your company. We'll go.
No, they won't.
Okay.
We won't keep them. They will not be with us.
Fine.
Not until this deal is done and unity is truly made will we be able to bear the presence of these outsiders.
Oh, they're great.
Especially
Look at them.
Flex.
So can they
Look at him.
sit on
Look
the,
at him. He is but a kind soul with only pure light in his heart.
I'm a bystander here. I've done nothing to you. I should just be able to just let me.
Squeeze the stone.
Squeeze the stone.
He like looks at her, and he side eyes over to you, and he puts his hand in his pocket, and he turns around, and he just
Wonderful. Wonderful.
focuses on the stone.
Could you give us
Courage. Courage to
the
be
direction in which we need to go and the task we need to accomplish? Do we at least get that bit of
There's an
information?
item up the top, right? Item
She
at the top of the
looks
mountain.
up through
Climb
the
the mountain.
clearing of the glade again and points with her arm.
What does the item look like, and what is it? What is it called? What does it do?
It's not like your hair braid, your hair comb, your comb isn't, is it?
What?
I was, you should go pick some berries. Just go.
I've been in the forest for a long time, and some of these tests can be
You were
very...
closer towards the first part of your failed sentence. What was your name?
Hmm?
Alexandria?
All day.
Roll a deception check at disadvantage?
Oh, and the camera moved it.
Still good.
Deception.
Why did you say? Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing
12.
Not like this.
No, like this.
Hoofless are ever so confusing.
Mm.
Whatever your A name is, what the I completely just had an entire brain fart with you saying that.
Let's go to the test.
What's the
see
object?
what-
What is the
We
object?
leave
is
her.
the object?
We leave her staring into the sun.
Focus. Grimella.
She's not staring. Look, no, her face is proud and fierce. My face is confused, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
I
After
honestly-
you called yourself Aldane for no reason.
I honestly have no idea the words coming out of his mouth.
I just said Aldane, but she asked my name. I said Aldane.
I don't know what you're saying, what you're getting at, what your goals are here.
I asked her what it was.
Oh yes, okay, that's what she said. She said you were closer towards the first part of your failed sentence. It is a lock of my. Wow, why am I
Lock
Irish?
of your
Hair.
hair?
It is a lock of my hair
No.
I told you.
Irish.
See,
Fixed.
I was.
onto a string.
No.
It is. It was a gift for my child, whose body now rests at the top of the spiteful spire.
You see, that is not
Why would you
trivial.
want us
I
to
was going to
part-
say if it was something trivial, we could just get another piece, but that is something very.
That's not.
Very
You know,
special.
I don't think that's the point.
May
Even
I
if it
ask-
was trivial.
Why would you want your son's remains to part with this gift? You obviously left him.
You hear like a cough come from the back. Narcissist or narcissist. It's Landon, and she goes. It was a keepsake for him, and it will always remind me of him. It represents his spirit among our herd.
Okay. Let's go. I'm done.
We go.
We will be off then.
I'm
Can
leading.
we fast travel or?
The base is not actually very far away. The base takes only a few minutes. Well, like a few minutes is in between half an hour and hour to navigate to, and Grimelda takes you. Grelma takes you
Broomhilda.
there
Brunhilda.
personally, and she looks up, and there's like very few imprints for anything that would even be close to a hold. It's a natural piece of stone. It's not like man-made or anything like that. But it's definitely going to be a feat and a half to climb. As you hear some like your forehead gets wet a little bit, and you reach up and touch some red streaks off of your your
Can I-
hand.
Can I look at the blood and feel it out and figure out where it came from?
We know.
It came from above you. I don't know.
No. Like what animal it came from? or being.
Okay.
That's human blood.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
I could tell you right now. It's human blood.
9.
It's blood. It's hard to tell what kind of creature it came from the small amount that's in between your fingertips.
That's proud Karen blood.
It's Karen's blood.
It's Karen's blood.
What are you guys doing?
Her check lead the way.
Yeah. Leading the way. Of the mountain. I'm climbing it. Mountains aren't a thing for me.
Mountains are pretty easy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Okay. Let's get athletics checks from anybody. Is anybody doing anything else other than just climbing up as best they can?
Can I tell what kind of animals those are at the top? Are they animals or beasts?
Okay. Go ahead and roll up a
Perception.
perception. Yeah. I would say at advantage because you've seen them. You got a natural 20 before.
So 16 plus 8, 24.
As you see Herchek approach the base of the spiteful spire, the natural stone reaching towards the sky, he starts climbing one arm after another, finding different holds. Everybody else sort of follows after him, trying to follow the same sort of hold, paying an extra amount of attention. Theragar, you look up all the way to the top, and you see the different winged shadows passing over. And you see the wings, and you see the silhouette of a body actually extending a little bit or farther down. And you see
Harpy?
2 hind legs and a tail.
A griffin?
A griffin. Sweeps down, and
How high
that,
would you say that is?
about 300 feet.
God damn it.
As you all sort of look up, and Theragar points out the griffin, or the 2 griffins, one arm after the other, trying to see just how long this is going to take, just how much is going to take to get up there, and whether or not when you get up there you'll be able to take on such foes is something we'll find out next time.
On Sim of
Tars.
Yeah!
The Sims of Time.
Orange obliterates in the Sim of
You're
Tars.
the lally.
Sub-chapter of the Orange
I wanted to
Obliterator.
buy a potion in town and I forgot.
You guys are only about 3 handholds up.
It's okay. We actually have a
You
Potion
saw a
salah.
griffin. You could be like,
Potion.
guys.
Should probably potion up. They're weak to silver.
It's okay. I've got plenty of heals. Let me touch you.
I'm made of silver.
touch you.
I know, I'm going off Witcher standards.
Well, then they're weak to silver then. Witcher standards are the standards. All right,
silver.
thank you guys for
Great
joining
shot.
us for another grand episode of the Sim of Tars.
Ba, ba, ba.
What will happen next time?
Ba.
Will they be able to save the proud care
Scimitar,
from the
scimitar,
Griffins? Will all clans unite under one banner
Oh, they will.
to take down Lord Arentius? Find out next time on the Sim of Tars.
Sims. of
As
Time.
always, Assassins, until fate next brings us together. And never stop playing
role-playing games, guys.
Role-playing games.
Get it? You should know by now.
They know.
Never stop playing
They know.
role-playing.
They
Never
know.
stop.
They're role-playing right now.
Yeah,
Never stop, don't stop.
80, 100 billion.
Can't stop rolling.
Never stop playing
Stop.
MMORPGs.
Stop, won't stop.
Yeah, you gotta stop.
Like, wow.
You should stop playing MMORPGs. If you're playing an MMORPG, you should stop.
You should stop.
夜明け生まれ来るものよ決して見失